Ooh, good morning to you. And let me just say this right now. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning, Carissa. I like
So
the
good to
energy.
have you. Yeah,
it's
I've
fantastic.
got to give it to you.
Thank you very much.
It's midweek on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, of course. And joining us in the kitchen for our culinary hotline is Taste Master contestant Richard Theron, also known as Lariri.
Ooh.
And we find out the story behind that nickname, as well as indulging in some delicious recipes that he has in store for us. So I hope you came hungry today.
I am ready for everything, including the questions that you can pose to Lariri. I love that name, Lariri.
Lariri.
Anyway, for La Fathers, it's your chance. And, you know, Father's Day is around the corner, and we've got a bit of a challenge. Graham and I are going head-to-head in the battle of the best dad jokes. They picked the right people, and trust me, we are what many would call droeg.
Ooh.
So that's going to be
I love
fantastic.
a droeg joke.
You're going to love it. As long as the bra is not droeg, that's
Yeah,
fine. So
I
we
don't
have to
think-
consult the pro. Jan Bra is coming through.
I'm so excited
to
about
light
that.
up the fire, along with the perfect Father's Day gifting ideas for those father figures. So
Yes.
make sure you stick around for that.
Yeah, Father's Day plans? You got any just yet?
Just to lay.
Yeah.
To lay.
I think
That's
you
it.
deserve that.
I'm going to lay. That's all.
Just relax, absolutely. Well, entertaining us this morning is a performer who goes by the name of Q. Now, he has been merging hip-hop as well as reggae and African soul influences to deliver genre-ambiguous, but of course, emotionally engaging sounds. Look at him. He looks so cool.
But
those glasses?
I love those adjectives there as well. Eh? Sure, you know. It's real today, but of course, we're going to make sure you get over whatever hump you need to on a day like this. And of course, get you sorted out with everything. Entertainment, cooking, and of course, this good-looking gentleman by the name of G.
Come on.
Well, thank you. You say the sweetest, kindest things. So good to see your beautiful face. Thank you for soldiering through today. I think, like Carl, many of us soldiering through life at the moment. We know we've been hit hard by colds and flu and all the nasties. Don't worry, for the next 3 hours, we are your plug-in. We're going to get you, well, probably chuckling, just bubbling under, idling with the giggles. Why? Because we're going to be celebrating fathers today. So this is what we want to put to you guys. As Carl said a little bit later, we're going to go head-to-head in a dad joke showdown. So today, with Father's Day just around the corner, literally on Sunday, we want you to inspire us. Send us your very best dad jokes. Delivery is half the battle, so we'd love to get some voice notes. 063-408-8863 is the line to use. In fact, if you want to chat about anything or connect for the culinary hotline, I know the dads love their food as well. Maybe we want to combine food and jokes as well. We'd love to hear from you. You can also let us know on the socials how you're feeling about your dad. We are celebrating the fathers as we build towards Father's Day this morning, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun. But of course, we're going to be having a huge amount in between all the fun this morning. So let's get you prepped with all of the major news stories. I'll touch on yesterday's sports, and then the fun will begin.
Well, it's just gone 3 minutes after 6, and I need to get into my news this morning. Let's see what's making news in national headlines. Well, the Western Cape Police have arrested and charged 2 suspects, aged 24 and 28, for the mass shooting in Site C, Khayelitsha, which killed 4 people, including 3 children, in a barbershop. Police spokesperson Brigadier Novella Putelwa confirmed that the suspects would appear in the Khayelitsha Magistrates Court soon. Now, the shooting also left 9 others wounded. Provincial serious violent crime detectives have charged the suspects with murder and attempted murder. More arrests and additional charges are expected as the investigation progresses. Now, Statistics South Africa has announced that the manufacturing in April increased by 5.3% compared to the same time last year. These figures show that the largest contributors to the growth were, among others, iron and steel, food and drink, vehicle and accessories, and rubber and plastics. On a monthly basis, the manufacturing figures are 5.2% higher than in March. Now, taking a look at your international news, Malawi's President Lazarus Chakwera has announced that the wreckage of a plane that was transporting the country's deputy president has been found. There were no survivors. The deputy president, Dr. Saulus Chilima, and 9 others, including 3 crew members, were on a flight from Lilongwe to Mzuzu when the military plane disappeared off the radar in bad weather. Chilima, 51, was on his way to represent the government at the burial of former government minister Ralph Kasambara, who passed away 4 days ago. Now in Iceland, Iceland's government has issued a license to hunt whales to the country's sole whaling company, a move strongly condemned by animal welfare groups. The license allows the company to kill 128 fin whales. The International Animal Protection Charity said the license was granted despite clear evidence of immense animal suffering. It revealed that some whales killed in Icelandic hunts took 2 hours to die, with 41% of them suffering immensely for an average of 12 minutes before dying. Iceland, Norway and Japan are currently the only nations that allow commercial whaling. Now, always thought elephants that are pretty clever animals. That might have been something that popped in your head, and you're absolutely correct, because African elephants, in fact, have their own unique individual names. A study published in Nature, Ecology and Evolution reveals this charming fact. Biologists from Colorado State University in the US used machine learning to analyze recordings from Kenya's Samburu National Reserve and the Amboseli National Park. They found that elephants communicate with complex, low rumbles heard over long distances. When these sounds were played back, the elephants responded energetically to their names. Now, this rare behavior, also seen in dolphins and in parrots, showcases the elephant's sophisticated communication skills. These gentle giants can learn and use unique sounds throughout their lives, adding an exciting new dimension to our understanding of them. I personally love elephants so much. They're one of my favorite animals. But moving from one to the other, here is your sports updates.
Thank you so much, Carissa. We get to start on the best note possible as Bafana secured a crucial 3-1 victory over Zimbabwe in their 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier at the Free State Stadium yesterday. Now joining Rwanda and Benin at the top of Group C with 7 points under the belt. So Ikram Reyners opened the scoring within the 30 seconds. Can you believe it? What a great way to start. Then Tawanda Cherewa, he quickly equalized for Zimbabwe. Then Tupelo Morena's second half double, sealing the win for South Africa, leaving Zimbabwe winless and at the bottom with 2 points. So we now just are left with Nigeria to face, but it's looking good for qualification at this point. Now let's turn to rugby, and the Currie Cup will kick off as scheduled, thanks to a new agreement between employers and players to enhance player welfare and manage a 12-month South African rugby season. We've seen what it can do to the tired bodies. Now the deal, set for final approval tomorrow, includes some individualized 8-week rest periods, then adherence to World Rugby load guidelines as well, and updated travel arrangements from July of 2025. This ensures that the Currie Cup Premier Division starts in early July, while the First Division begins this very weekend. So all the best of luck to the players looking to put their hands up. Now, speaking of which, let's turn to cricket. In Pakistan kept their Super 8 hopes alive with a crucial 7-wicket win over Canada in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. So after 2 consecutive losses, Pakistan's very strong fielding restricted Canada to just 106 for 7, with Aaron Johnson scoring a brilliant half-century. But Pakistan reaching 107 for 3 in 17.5 overs, now sitting third in Group A behind India and the USA. Definitely a dark horse on home soil. Now let's turn to golf, and Rory McIlroy, world number 1 Scotty Scheffler, and second-ranked Xander Schauffele will play the first 2 rounds of the 124th US Open at Pinehurst number 2. So McIlroy, seeking his first major since 2014, believe it or not, tees off tomorrow. Then Schauffele, the recent PGA Championship winner with a lot of form, and pre-tournament favourite Scheffler join him as well. Meanwhile, defending champion Wyndham Clark begins his afternoon round with Open champion Brian Harman and US amateur champion Nick Dunlap. And Tiger Woods in the morning wave will play alongside Will Zalatoris and the 2022 winner Matt Fitzpatrick. Great to see him out there as well. And that's where we leave our sport for now. I'm sure a few weather warnings possibly to take in, and always shifting weather patterns. So let's take that in now with Carl.
Thanks a lot, G. Let's start in Oudtshoorn. Now, the Oudtshoorn municipality in the Little Karoo, Western Cape, has requested authorities to declare it a disaster area following last week's flooding. The municipality says assessments and recovery operations are continuing following flood damage to the town and surrounding areas. The heavy downpours led to the flooding of roads and bridges, as well as rock falls. Many residents were also cut off by raging waters. Some major roads, such as Meidingspoort Pass, which leads to Beaufort West, remain closed. Repair work is still underway and it could be reopened by the weekend. The rains also cut off some 100 families living close to rivers. Aid was delivered to them via helicopter and boats. Our thoughts and prayers are definitely with anybody affected by those floods. Now, do remember to share your morning views with us on 063 408 8863. We'd love to see it as we get onto your temperatures across South Africa.
How rude. How very, very rude of me. Sorry, I had to sneak a little snack here.
Can I also get some?
You
Because
can
what
get
is
one
this?
with absolute pleasure. We're going to need to charge up because it's going to be a high-octane first hour of the show. Kirsten Landman is going to take on one of the greatest sporting challenges I think that anyone can take on, the Dakar Rally, and she's doing it in style, and she's going to give us the plug-in in just a moment. Take us inside just how big a physical and mental challenge this will be.
I love that. You know, I was going to crack a joke because I thought it was landman, and then I was going to say, actually, land woman. Because, you know, that's my dad joke, and she's a woman on two wheels on the land. No? Okay, you laughed a little bit.
I did, but I'm an easy laugh, man. I think Carl is going to destroy me in our dad joke challenge a little bit later.
Well, that is coming up, and not only that, as we dive into some yogurts, but of course, we're also going to talk about mouthwash myths, right? We're going to bust some of them, demystify what it takes to have a beautiful, clean smile, and also a bacteria-less smile as we dive into some yogurt. Cheers, Graham.
Cheers, man. Breakfast for champions.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here on S3. And this morning we chat to South Africa's most formidable woman on two wheels, Kirsten Landman, about a highly anticipated campaign for the Dakar Rally 2025. That's a feat on its own, honestly. But after overcoming significant challenges in 2023, Landman is ready to tackle the original by Motul category, inspiring a new generation of female athletes. And that's why we are here to find out more. Dakar Rally. And you know what? Now this is going to be your most exciting challenge yet. Caution, caution, you're on TV.
Caution, caution. Hard,
yeah, there's so much to look forward to, and going back for my third one, hopefully going a bit more experience in the last two, and just, you know, going back with a whole lot of experience and hoping to enjoy it even more.
Yes, you will.
I was going to say, are you a sucker for punishment? Are you a little bit crazy? Do you live in denial? You can tick every box, if you will. When we talk, we undersold the challenges of 2023. Just how tough can it get out there physically and mentally? Why is this kind of the benchmark of endurance motorsport? What was that experience like for you?
So, like, the Dakar ticks all the boxes in terms of difficulty. You know, you don't just have to be a really experienced rider. You've also got to have a business side of Dakar, which means you've got to get to Dakar.
Yes.
So it's not a cheap sport, and you've got to have a few million just to get to the start line. And once you're at the start line, you now got to do what you know to do, and that's get through 14 days of racing, 9,000 kilometers in the craziest weather. Saudi Arabia is freezing cold that time of the year, and it's just relentless, long 10-hour days average, and it taxes on every part, your mind, your body. You question why you here, why you did this, why you spent all this money.
Why a motorbike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when you cross the finish line, it makes it so worth it. And it's just you know, going across the podium with your country's flag on your back, and knowing everything that it's taken you from a little girl to that point, that you've done it, and it's a
moment.
Yeah, it's a huge moment.
It's a massive, massive moment.
So let's talk about the category. If anybody has not sort of been au fait with the whole Dakar Rally thing, original by Motul. First and foremost, what is this particular category? And then secondly, how does one even prepare for what you just mentioned? Because when you said like 14 days and, you know, grueling 10-hour days as well.
You can't train that.
You know, you can't really train. You can't just say, hey, for the next 14 days, I'm just going to like lack of sleep and get onto some sort of motor vehicle. Like, no, that's not the way it goes, right? So first and foremost, the category itself, what is that? And then how you've been training?
So the original by Motul category goes back to when Dakar originated, odd 40 years ago, when it went from Paris to Dakar. And back then they didn't have support trucks. It was just like a race, like, let's just see how this race goes. And
see who makes it back, yeah?
Exactly.
Wow.
So you have to carry...
Literally, yeah.
No, it is. It's crazy. You have to carry everything that you needed or you thought that you would need. So back then, these guys were riding these old club-tout bikes, or back in the day, they were good.
Yeah.
They were going from Paris to Dakar with their tents on their bike and their sleeping gear and their food, and then if the support trucks did get there, they would land up getting some food and some sort of assistance with them bringing a toolbox for them to work on their bikes. If not, they were out on their own. So now this class is carried on over the years. And what happens is we get a tent, a sleeping bag, a 80-litre drum with us to put all our tools in and parts that we might need to work on our bike. And they've got a setup of workshop for you to use tools and stuff. And that's it. Your bike stand, a bike mat, and that's it. You're on your own, ace out. No one's allowed to help you. You're completely unassisted. So I get back from a full day of riding, I put up my tent, then I come back and I start working on my motorbike, and I'm eating at the same time because I'm only getting back at like 8, 9 o'clock at night.
So you're ingesting oil is what you're saying.
Yeah,
So
pretty
you're
much.
basically eating grease for that entire time. Okay, well, whatever is going to get you through the day, again, it begs the question, are you absolutely crazy? And secondly, how then do you prepare? Because you have learned, you've been through the crucible now, you understand those pressure points. Has it changed what you need to prepare for to be ready for the unexpected? Like, how do you prepare for something that's probably going to throw that curveball? Well, it will.
Yeah.
It's hard to prepare for something like that. Like, no one's going to go ride 14 days, 10 hours a day on a bike and do 9,000 kilometers in 14 days and camp, you know. No one can really do that. You can, but as you get into like past day 4 and then it's no man's land.
I'm thinking I would struggle just to put up the tent. I think that's where this adventure would
get off the
It's funny
plane.
you say that. It's actually the hardest part of my Dakar because they're like those 30-second tents that you throw them out and they go poof, and then like putting it back, you got to have a degree.
Yes, because it's the
you got
twist,
it.
isn't it? Oh,
It's the dad twist. I only figured it out with my second
Eventually,
child.
like I got so over it. They had these big boxes where the tents were, and I'd be the only one that would just shove the whole tent in the box.
that's it. That's all you need to do. I mean, that's one of the biggest parts of training. But, you know, we are so grateful that you train and that you carry our flag. But I know there are other female athletes who would love to put themselves into a sport like this. Very male-dominated sport, let's be honest. But there's got to be a lot more people like you that are stepping up, taking this platform and inspiring other people, other female athletes to do it. Because I think we need investors. You said millions to get to the starting line. We need to empower more women to get involved and also more investors to take this seriously. So, you know, let's just say a message to those investors and to those aspiring athletes. What would you say to them?
This is what we got to keep doing. So shows like yourself, Expresso, putting me on the show, talking about the Dakar. This is how we get it known. This is how people see that women take part in an event like the Dakar and racing in the original bimotor class. And this is how little girls watching TV get inspired to be like, oh, I want to ride a motorbike. I can do the Dakar. And look, mom, dad, she's done it. What's going to separate me from doing that? So it makes the dream come alive. It grows the sport for women in sport. And it's really what's the word? It just spreads out where everyone benefits from it, and it only makes it better for myself. Also seeking sponsorship, because again, I can sit here and talk about sponsors.
Tip of the spear,
Going to the Dakar, this is how the word gets out there. So this is it. We just need to spread the word, and not just my sport, all sports, and especially women in sport.
It is the era. People want to say it's the year, it's the era, it's the next decade, it's the next season for women in sport. The rise in TV numbers is just unprecedented. Do you know how you will get more young women to do this? Win this thing, please.
Yes, please.
Please go out there and do it. You only carry the hopes and dreams of an entire nation on your shoulder, but don't wear it like a yoke. Just carry it with pride. We absolutely love you. Well done.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Stay safe.
Thank you.
Most importantly. And good luck with the tent. Please go and show Kirsten some love and a little tutorial on the foldy tent, if you can. But she's headed to Dakar, baby, and this is going to be, I think, another momentous moment.
Yes, the women winning. I absolutely love to see it. And if you too would like to be a winner, you could play for 48 million rand in total estimated Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 jackpots this Wednesday. And your dreams could become a reality, really. What are you waiting for is the question I have for you today. Play Lotto for an estimated 31 million rand, Lotto Plus 1 estimated at 9 million rand, and Lotto Plus 2 estimated at 8 million rand. Now, there's so many ways that you can get involved. You could buy your tickets today in store, or you could go to nationallottery.co.za. You can head over to the mobile app, or you can go ahead and go on cell phone banking by simply dialing *120*7529# for all USSD. I know I went pretty quickly there. I apologize, but let me tell you there's some good news, because all of these details are found on our social media pages. You can find us at Expresso, so go ahead and check them out and make sure that you get yourself in the running to win your share of 48 million rand in total estimated Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 jackpots today. You got to play right now. We've got so many exciting things that are coming your way today. Don't go anywhere. Of course, we're going to speak all things mouths. You see the sparkly smile. Let me tell you, it smells just as good, because we're going to bust some myths when it comes to your mouthwash. So don't go anywhere.
There are stories of dreamers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
But when it comes to common myths, they always need to be busted, right? So we can be informed. So here to open the conversation about the importance of our oral health and the role of mouthwash and the role that it plays in hygiene is dental hygienist Cole Gilbert to help us bust some myths. Of course, we'll be answering some of those true or false questions, and Cole will give us a yay or a nay. Welcome.
Thanks for having me back, guys.
Thank you for
Amazing to
being
be
here,
back.
Cole.
Yeah, well, let's get into this, and I'm dying to also be educated at the same time. So, true or false, right? Let's start with this. Mouthwash can be replaced with only brushing or flossing.
So, as oral healthcare professionals, we obviously advocate for that three-step routine, okay? We want you to brush, we want you to floss, and we want you to make use of a mouth rinse as well, right? And the reason for that is brushing and flossing alone, the flossing component of it, only about 30% of people floss.
Oh, wow.
And of that, only about 10% do it correctly, okay? So we can see that there's a space that needs to be improved on. When we look at our oral cavity, on the other hand, we know that teeth only accounts for 25% of our oral cavity. So if we're only cleaning our teeth by brushing and flossing, there's still about a lot of other space that we need a rinse to take care of the rest. So false, you need to use a rinse as well.
Okay, here's another one. True or false, can mouthwash help with gum problems?
Yes, that's true. Mouthwash can help with gum problems. Most good mouth rinses have great ingredients in them, and those ingredients are like thymol, eucalyptal, menthol, and those are proven to be anti-inflammatory. For the more aggressive types, we get something like a chlorhexidine, or we will recommend a chlorhexidine mouth rinse that will specifically target the bad bacteria, gram-positive, gram-negative bacteria in our mouth. So yes, that answer is true.
All right, then. And I think this leads maybe into the next true or false moment. Are all mouthwashes the same?
Okay,
True or
so
false?
outright, it's false. All mouthwashes are not the same. All right, so you get mouthwashes that we just mentioned that has these added benefits of anti-inflammatory, but then you get mouth rinses that only have fluoride in them, and they're not necessarily going to help us with any infection in the mouth. They're mainly going to be there for cavity prevention, enamel protection, so there are differences. Know what you're using and what it's used for.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah, I love that you've mentioned things going on in the mouth, but I want to talk about the germs in the mouth and whether or not it's true or false that mouthwash can get rid of that.
So yes, mouthwash can get rid of germs or bacteria in the mouth. And there is some evidence showing now that the more harsher mouth rinses can actually get rid of good and bad bacteria in the mouth,
Okay.
which is not ideal. And those type of mouth rinses are generally ones that should only be used as prescribed and for a short duration of time. But your everyday over-the-counter rinses should be perfectly safe to be using every day and only target those bad bacteria in our mouth.
When you say every day, you mean twice a day, morning and evening?
Twice a day, morning
Twice
and
a
evening.
day. Love to see it.
Get the regime on. I love the three-step process. I love the fact that you're out here debunking some of these myths, Cole. So thank you so much for providing your expertise
No problem.
and
anytime.
educating us from Zanzi. I think that's definitely something that I need to pay attention to more, and getting that routine going is of utmost importance. So it's more than a mouthwash, as we've just heard. It's the key to helping you gain confidence in your oral hygiene.
Now, thank you, team, first of all. Hopefully you're feeling a little fresher after that one. We are all feeling quite fresh and excited about the upcoming season of Tropica Island of Treasure in Zanzibar. So to celebrate, there is a new kid on the block. Tropica Zanzibar Sunrise. We love the sound of it, and I have a feeling we're going to love the taste even more, boasting a refreshing, fruity and smooth tropical taste. The new exotic flavor fusion transports us to the tropical shores of Zanzibar with every sip. So inspired by this, we are challenging our presenters, young Carl and Carissa, to create their very own touch of tropical paradise. They're each going to have 60 seconds to make a winning Tropica Zanzibar Sunrise-inspired mocktail, which will be judged on creativity and taste. And then that winner's mocktail should transport me to Zanzibar in a single sip. No, maybe two sips Are you ready? Okay, and I don't know why I keep saying mocktail when I say this, but just bear that in mind.
Mocktail.
So we've got some sparkling water, and
Yes.
we've got our Zanzibar sunrise, which I think is going to be great. So you guys are going to have only 60 seconds.
60 seconds.
Which is ridiculous.
Are you
Okay.
ready to lose?
I am.
Wow,
Okay, good.
them's fighting words.
I
I
am.
like the sound of that. So we've got a lovely array of fresh fruits here to bring out the various flavor components. This is a real fruity fusion. Okay, so bear that in mind. Lots of strong flavors going on.
Great.
I have a huge amount of confidence in both of you. Are you ready? Ladies and
Ready.
gentlemen. Wow.
All the best.
That's as far as the
Sportsmanship,
the
you know?
sportsmanship
It's important.
goes.
We
Now
have
it's
to
going
do
to
that.
get nasty. It's going to get nasty. Okay, so we're going to count them down with a 3, 2, 1, and then your 60 seconds will begin.
Okay.
You can start your mocktail challenge in 3, 2, 1. Go for it.
Let's go, let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, straight in
I'm
there with the
going
pomegranates.
pomegranate.
Yeah,
Let's start
for
with the
sure.
ice. The ice is going to cool down the glass as well. So you
Okay.
start over there.
Wow.
Is he a bartender?
He's looking
And
for a
then
tip,
I'm
yo.
gonna take some
Do
of that.
a bit of mint as well. We're going to muddle that in there. Once the mint is...
I love how Carissa's just following, just
No,
doing
I'm
a
not.
thing. Yeah, I
I'm
love
doing my own
that.
thing. I promise you, I'm
I
not.
know, I love the layering effect. I think you've got some beautiful
Okay, that's
citrus there. I think that's going to work
fantastic.
beautifully. Very clever idea there.
On the outside, you know?
Yeah, because a mocktail is visual as much as it's a taste sensation. You're halfway there, 30 seconds down.
seconds. Oh!
Keep throwing a bit of mint in there and a bit of flair from the young man
That's it.
on the right. I like the way you've layered in the berries. All those pops of color, pops of flavor. Well, they both
More
look
island,
beautiful,
more
guys.
island.
Standing by for
Oh, I
10,
lost the grapefruit there.
More
A
island.
little bit of that.
10, 9,
No, they're not
7,
floating. Ah!
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Zanzibar!
Zanzibar!
Zanzibar! Okay.
There we go.
We could start a group, man. We could start a
Good.
group. There's a lot going on there.
Yes, there's a lot.
Young lady, please take us through your creation there.
Okay, I'm a little bit disappointed. I don't do that well under pressure, I think.
Oh, man,
Okay,
sell
no,
yourself, girl. Come
what
on, I
happened
think
is
it looks
that
beautiful.
the delicious Tropica
Yes.
was a little bit more opaque than I anticipated. So you can't really see the grapefruit, but you can taste it. So it's going to bring that, you know, citrus flavors through. And I've got every fruit that you
Okay.
can imagine. So I feel like close your eyes, breathe in. You're at the beach. You can hear the waves.
Someone
you can.
fanning me with a giant leaf.
Fanning you,
Handing me
you're
fruit.
smelling like sunblock and good times.
lovely, yeah.
You're going to taste that when you have a sip.
Oh, look at that, the little
I had to
kitchen
add a touch
fairy.
there. I
The
had to- I
kitchen
got your back, don't
fairy
worry.
stopped
He didn't
by.
see it.
I didn't see a thing, dude. I was sitting on a beach in Zanzibar. Carlito, take us
Yes.
through your creation there, as beautiful as it is.
I just wanted to make sure that all of the flavors are steeped in, so I started off with muddling the mint so that you get the mint permeating through the ice to start off with. Thereafter, I had a cascade of the all-new Tropica Zanzibar Sunrise thereafter, and then a little bit of pomegranate seeds to make sure that there's a bit of excitement in there, a touch of strawberry on top. I put a mint in a strawberry to actually add more a dynamic flavor, and then, of course, with our, you know, grapefruit, I wanted a little bit of bitterness to offset some of the sweetness, and that's where I was.
Absolutely beautiful. Do you want to have another go? at
I know
selling
it's a
your-
competition, but I'm about out
Are you
right
beginning
now.
to understand how these challenges work?
You know
girl?
what? I didn't say the word muddled. And
Muddled,
therefore
yes, say
I,
muddled,
Exactly
say
the
muddled.
same
muddled.
keyword.
I muddled.
Unctuous, muddled flavor fusion. Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to have a taste, but
Yeah.
we are ultimately going to have to leave it up to the viewers. So you can look at my face as I taste to see the level of enjoyment, the level of transportation to Zanzibar. But then you're going to have to judge on that cell and the visual elements. So I'm going to start with
Yeah,
Carissa,
okay.
because she
gotta
undersold
close your
it.
eyes.
But I have a feeling that this is going to surprise me. It's going to delight my palate. Okay.
It will.
Ooh,
Feel
you
the
were
fan?
right. Thank you. No more. I've had enough. That's lovely. And the grapefruit really does sink through. So there might have been
Right.
something in your
Thank
little plan there. I like
you.
that. And it's quite grown up for a mocktail. It's
Yeah.
got a bit of bitterness. I like that. Balances out the sweet.
Think of the muddle.
I can't stop thinking about
I
the
want
muddle
to,
now,
yes. Be a
man.
muggle that thinks about the muddle.
Entangle my
That's it.
senses.
Not a Harry Potter muddle.
Not at all.
You know what I'm tasting?
What are you tasting?
A beautiful hint of mint, dude. I won't
That's,
lie.
I told you. Told you.
Absolutely great muddling. Hey, when
Muddling.
we say we muddle on the show, we muddle, my friend.
Yeah,
We muddle.
always.
Do we ever stop muddling? I don't know. Absolutely
Never.
beautiful. Two very different flavor profiles with a beautiful base in our Zanzibar Sunrise, courtesy of Tropica, obviously inspired by the island adventure we're going to have. You both did very, very well.
Thank you.
I'm going to say I enjoyed Carl's flavor profile a little bit more, but I think there is a place for both. So I'm going to give them equal points on flavor. It's up to you to judge on the visual elements. Okay, I feel like Simon Cowell there for a second. So whether you enjoyed a chilled or mixed into your favorite mocktail, Tropica Zanzibar Sunrise will add a touch of tropical paradise to any moment. It is so beautiful and so refreshing. So let us know which Tropica touch of tropical paradise mocktail you would choose to sip on and who you'd like to sip on with. You can head over to the socials and cast your vote. All the best of luck, competitors.
Thank you.
Flying that flag, Mr.
Please.
Flying that flag.
So it's a flag. So it could have been nice and fancy, of course. All right, more things to come, of course. We have a lot more. We got a performer that we need to meet. His name is Q. The coolest dude ever. He doesn't say much yet, but he's so chilled, eh?
An under the radar kind of vibe, no prima donna vibes. I was expecting a bit more, but he is an absolute gem.
Well, that's exactly like my drink. You know, we're going under the radar and hopefully get to the top. So choose me. No, listen, we've also got lots of things coming on, like Taste Master. We've got a guest that's going to join us in the kitchen. And these guys also have to crack some jokes.
Yeah, we're going to have a little dad joke fun. And I would imagine for the culinary hotline, having someone, and Richard's going to be stepping into our studio in just a moment. There is something incredible about going through this experience. So the advice he's going to be able to offer inside our culinary conundrum cauldron is going to be second to none. So if you've got any questions, 0634088863, drop us a voice note. And likewise, keep those dad jokes coming. Carl and I are going to be taking each other on in just a moment. We'll see you now. Actually, I already want to know.
Don't fall victim to intestinal worms. Use kid-friendly Vermox twice a year and get rid of unwanted guests. Vermox.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I know it's early, but we have been jamming in studio. It might be the mocktails. I don't know.
It's the mocktails.
It might be the mocktails. But listen, joining us right now is Q. We've spoken enough about him. The cool dude just does join us on the couch. He's a recording artist and a producer, and he has been merging together genres like hip-hop and reggae, as well as African soul influences to inform his songwriting, also his production styles and his vocal delivery to give us genre-bending music, but also, of course, that hits those emotions. And I cannot wait to hear more and also introduce you to a new sound in case you haven't seen it. He's also recently released his new album, Reprise on 2nd Avenue. Let's take a listen.
Now we off in a distance. She come on once and my needs it. I'm talking birds and the pieces. And landing now energy. I'm talking chakra and shake, companion shake, confidence shake, confidence shake. Boosting myself, confidence shake. Losing myself like a trance.
Yeah. Hey. He's cute. Hey. He's here. Hey. He's cute. Yeah, put on the glass, put on the shade.
Come on. There you go. Let's give Q a feel-good welcome for
Q.
that. I mean, come on. Absolutely love this. Can we just get something out the way?
Yeah.
QU. What is this name about?
Omana.
Ah,
so it's for my
that's
last
what it
name.
is.
Yeah, so it's
Omana.
the first two letters.
Lovely.
I see what you did there.
Okay. What did you think South Africa would struggle? Why didn't you just go full on Omana or?
They should. No.
Okay.
Not at all. I just wanted something that wasn't my actual government.
Yeah.
But I also didn't want a num de plume, so.
Yeah, no, I hear that completely.
Yeah, you want to go off the ID a little bit?
Yep.
Say something creative. I got you.
Yeah.
You know, something that Home Affairs don't know about.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you, brother. You got
Flying under the radar like you were saying
Yes.
earlier. I also got you.
But,
Love that.
you know, so we did some stalking. Sorry about that. You look so good, like we had
We
to.
had to.
And we heard about Johnny Cradle and about this band that things, you know, started off with. How has Johnny Cradle kind of pushed you onto this solo project that is Q and sort of edited the way you see music? Because the thing is, you are a genre bender. I mean, we've heard it feels R&B, but then you're like, no, but this is reggae. It's like, no, it's not reggae. There's a bit of hip hop in here.
Yeah.
And suddenly you kind of don't even rely on genre anymore. It's just cues and music.
Yeah.
How has that entire process happened for you?
So Johnny Cradle was amazing. And of course, you know, being in a group, it's 3 people. It started out, you know, we were 4 at one point.
Yeah.
So with this one, I kind of took a break for a few years. I thought I'd quit. But, you know, these things, they don't leave you, you know, you just keep coming up with things. And with this one, you know, when it's just you, you just not really thinking too much.
Yeah.
There's not too much to consider. You can just express yourself honestly without trying to accommodate anything. Not that there's anything wrong being in groups, but it sort of allows you to just be fully honest 100% without, you know, trying to think too much about it, of which I think, you know, music and art should be that way. You know, it should be as free as possible.
Yes, I mean, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's why people subscribe to art, because they feel the freedom. They also feel the emotions that you carry too.
Yes.
Before we talk about this album that you've released, I'm curious to hear how the audience received you being a solo artist versus that association with Johnny Cradle.
I think because it's just an extension, it's still me, you know, so it is different. It's a bit more mellow now, mellower than it was, you know, with Johnny Cradle. But, you know, they enjoyed it. We had a launch in Cape Town this past Saturday, it was? Yes.
We must have missed our
Saturday.
invitation.
Yeah.
Well, you can join us this week. You can join us this week in Cape Town. We got 3 shows coming up. So, yeah.
Amazing. No, we'll be there front row singing along. Q, thank you so much for being here. Can we talk about this album, The Reprise on 2nd Avenue? What is it about? What can we expect? We spoke about the genres. You said Afro soul, reggae, hip hop,
Yep.
R&B. I mean, Carl even threw that in there.
Yeah.
So what is it about?
So I would say for me, like I say, you know, I kind of quit doing this music thing a bit, you know, just living life, you know. I see it as a sort of a reckoning, reconnecting and reconciling. And it's more about just my feelings on life, on love, and grief, just in general. So I had to kind of let go and express myself fully. So it's just all about how I see things right now, you know, not being on the fence about anything, whether it's social issues, whether it's about love, or like I said, you know, death. Some of us shy away from it, so we run away, you kind of grieve in the corner. But a lot of things, they come back to you, so you have to deal with them. So I've got songs there that deal with all these different things, you know. Genre is not really a thing that I consider, as you know, you guys have been saying.
Yeah.
I don't really care about it. I don't think about it too much. I just do what I do, you know. So it's just about feeling for me, and just whether a song has 3 genres or has 1, it doesn't really matter to me. It's just about the vibe.
Right.
Oh, the vibe is important, and the thing is, we're looking forward to an album tour as well, which is very important. Reprise on 2nd Avenue, but we'll get there later. You're going to be performing for us too, which is going to be fantastic. Looking forward to that. But Q, thank you for being here, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you. You're so cool. There is no genre, by the way. There's only music. And I think if an artist wants a story that you need to hear, they're going to put it in whatever way they want to in terms of their creative license. And I love that about music and the way it's going these days. So Q will be performing for you. That'll be a little bit later in your Feel Good Breakfast Show. For now, let's dip some rusks.
Yep, from muddling the mocktails, we're muddling the genres of music. We're going quite deep today, and I love it. So it's time now to just take our foot off the gas, I think. It's time to sweeten our morning walk break with a dipping delicious competition where you stand a chance of winning yourself a 2,000 Rand cash prize, plus an Omar Rusk hamper, which we love. So what we asked you guys to do was to reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us this. What is your ultimate Omar Rusk pairing for that 10 a.m. break? I mean, you can take a break earlier if you want. Is it coffee, tea, hot chocolate, something else maybe? I hope we get surprised this morning, and we asked you to obviously use that hashtag Omar Dipping Delicious to qualify you. So let's see who got in on the action. We're going to take a look at some of those comments. But guys, welcome. Grab a Rusk.
Thank you.
Dip an Omar.
I'm going to.
Because one must dip an Omar at this time of the day. I love the fact that we watch each other eat on this show. It's just it's what we
because
do,
there's a method to the madness, right? For a dipping delicious moment, you have to dip about, I would say, 3.5 times.
3.5 times.
That's
okay, I like
that's my number.
The half, I like that. I like what we're dipping into here. I like a bit of foam action. I like dipping into a cappuccino, a flat white, or cortado on those kind of days when you're really feeling it. That's my vibe. Dare I even ask what your?
I actually like, controversially, black coffee. No sugar, just black coffee to dip my rusk.
You've changed.
He's grown.
This
He's
industry
so
has
grown.
changed you.
It has changed me a lot.
This industry has changed you,
Not sweet anymore. Sorry.
You're
He's
bitter.
black soul.
I like it bitter. Give me bitter, man. Yeah.
All right, well, maybe we can get some more cheerful responses here. Let's see what your delicious suggestions were.
Okay,
Well, let's get right into it.
Yes, we shall.
Nolene, I think that is, right?
Nolene, yes.
Said Omar Rusk choc chip is her choice of
Okay,
rusk.
there you
I
go.
love that. With hot chocolate on chocolate, I love it. Oh my gosh, I love how the crunchy, yummy, chocolatey, irresistible, delicious taste of the dipping combo comes together.
Chocolate squared, chocolate on chocolate.
I'm here
I
for
really
that.
like that. And then you get the little bits of chocolate that kind of melt inside.
Yes,
please.
absolutely.
I like it.
Let's see some more.
Good.
All right.
Good pinky positioning there. with
Thank
the
you.
dip.
You have to lift your pinky, and it's like you have to do as little fingers as possible for the dip, man, so people can see it. Matapelo saying a cup of strong. See, this is.
That's
you know what?
your
Someone
people.
of oh not Matapelo. A cup of strong black coffee goes well with buttermilk rusk. Exactly. It gives that toffee flavor. It does.
First, Matapela, first of all, everything's going to be okay.
Thank you, homie.
It'll be all right. You can be okay.
I know many people absolutely love tea. I'm a tea girly, so that's always my go-to. But we got one from Mahotso who's saying, I love buttermilk rusk. And there's my people now.
There we go.
With some honey rooibos tea. They become so soft after I dip them in the tea. And they're so yummy and mouth-watering. They taste like more. That's the thing. I know you've given me 2, but I might just...
Please dip away.
There's no limit.
That's
really.
the whole idea.
You can steal other people's. It's fine. It's perfectly.
It's about the
It's all
sharing.
about camaraderie. I think let's get one more comment in, see how this dipping experience.
Oh, that's actually all that we had. We had to continue dipping, but we love hearing all of these unique pairings. We do, and so please keep them coming. And don't be shy about your pairing, even if it's bitter. It's fine. So keep those entries coming through. Remember, you could be the lucky winner of 2,000 Rand and an Omar Rusk hamper. So please don't forget the hashtag Omar Dipping Delicious.
Yum,
don't
yum,
forget that.
yum.
Yum.
Don't be
Cheers to
bitter,
you.
man. Don't be bitter.
Butter.
Omar Rusks, the ultimate snack time treat. Dipping delicious, tasty, filling, satisfying.
Only you can make my day. Only if you want to go around the world. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And we're going to make sure that you feel good. And by the end of this moment, I'm telling you, you're going to be smiling from ear to ear. Because the Tastemaster SA is home to some of SA's best home cooks. And this morning, contestant Richard, is it Theron? You know, could be family of Charlize Theron, will be joining us right here at Expresso on the Culinary Hotline. Is the culinary hotline bling? So should I go ting,
Ting, ting, ting. Well, now you've said it, so now we have to say ting, 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 okay? But before we meet him, let's find out about his backstory, just a little bit, and where he comes from. Take a gander.
Hi, I'm Lariri, and welcome to Concordia. Radio is my life, and I've been with Radio NFM since 21 years ago. What I love about radio the most is that you can reach so many listeners at once. It's the theater of the mind. So when people listen to your voice, they picture who Lariri is. So you create a picture for them, but they go with their own story. Concordia dorp is stad, die stopstrate van Namakoland. This is where I found myself. This is where I found Lariri. I was still discovering myself in other places, but when we came to Namakoland, I was truly home. Growing up, baking and cooking was a big part of our family. My mother is the heart of the home, so she loved to bake and cook. And I think that's where my love for baking and cooking came from. Om te bak, die beste ding vir my is brood. And today, this is my specialty, the Lariri Chakalaka Surprise Special. Food is my love language. Give me food and I'm the happiest in the entire world. This is my motto I always love for is always love, never hate, and never discriminate.
Oh, wow. Did I hear that right? Chakalaka bread.
Delicious.
Oh,
Take it with a side of Lariri.
Lariri.
Oh, buddy, welcome to the crazy.
Thank you so much.
my
This
friend.
feels like home.
It does. You look
darling,
good over
thanks
here.
for having me. Thank
Oh,
you.
man, can we talk about this name, though? Lariri.
It started in grade 8.
Okay.
Sport. What is that subject again?
Forgive me, I don't.
Arts and culture. So we had a subject. So we needed to create something that will host your brand. And I decided to go with the House of Lariri. And then it stuck. And then people started calling me my friends Lariri. And that's
It works, baby. It works.
Absolutely.
I love it, man. We've spent a bit of time together having makeup done well as we are disrobing after our show, you getting made up to enter the cauldron that is the Tastemaster SA. I've had an inside view to the show this year, doing some voice work on it. It's been amazing to see you guys becoming. I love that about this show. How has it been, dude? How are you after what has been a crazy few weeks?
Do you know how literally, it started with a day to do Tastemaster. I was like, anyone can bake. How hard can it be? And then I came into the competition. Like, no, this is not child's play at all. But I brought it. I mean,
as you should.
What the professionals
showed up,
exactly.
With the gebakte brood, we love
and
to
that
see
was
it. And more.
The best experience and life-changing for me, really.
Oh, I'm so
Let's get into some maybe lessons that you learned on the show. I know it's got its joys, it's glam, it's beautiful, it's also stressful. Have there been any moments that you're like, yes, this is a life lesson right here?
I think the most important thing I took from the whole Tastemaster experience was that although it's a competition, you meet people on your way that becomes family.
Wow.
And I needed to say this to me every single day. As a belief, remember, this is a competition. It's not your friends, it's not your family. But then again, the person that I am, my brothers and sisters. So I'd like to send a shout out to all the contestants. They literally my brothers and sisters.
Beautiful.
It's awesome that you're saying that, because I think we often get to see from a bird's eye view how this ecosystem kind of evolves from the point that you're at now. This is your strategic network. These are the people that you're going to be doing business with. You're going to inspire each other. You're going to create content together. So it goes beyond, in a professional sense, beyond just being friends. There is something special within you when it comes, you call it your love language. And I love the fact that we got a window into your world and where your journey started. Was it a moment for you, the baking? Was it a taste? Was it the smell of a particular bread? What got you into baking? When did you discover this love language?
I think I discovered my love for baking from my mother and my mother's sisters, because they're a family of chefs and they love baking and cooking.
Generational knowledge.
So that's where it started for me. Dis waar het begin het vir my. And I was like, okay, I won't do this as a career, but I will do it because I love. If I can make food and I can make people smile by the taste of my food, then I've done my job. You see.
I love that. Well, I've got to talk about what's around your neck. Sachet, you say.
Yeah, we're moving. We're moving with the times.
Mr. Gay, the finals that are happening. Are you excited? How are you feeling? It is Pride Month. We're excited and celebrating inclusivity. Tell me more.
Super, super proud of the Mr. Gay Nation South Africa. This is my first time entering the pageant.
Wow.
And I wanted to do it because the title says Mr. Gay Nation South Africa.
Yeah.
So I would like to break the boundary of people thinking that a femme guy like me can't enter the competition.
Absolutely.
Here I am.
Yes.
Top 7.
Come on, making our way to number 1.
And I would like to tell the little femme boy out there, you can do it as well. If Larue can do it, you can do it. And do it with pride and proud and be loud and proud and just who you are.
I mean, men look all types of ways, right? And present all types of ways. And I love that you are representing that. Representation matters. And here we are today. Take that number 1 spot, baby.
Girl, I'm ready for it. So September, it's going down.
Yeah.
All the best of luck. We love the fact that something has been unlocked.
Yeah.
Clearly, something has been unlocked within you, and it's a beautiful thing to see playing out in front of us. Just taking your first few steps in this culinary space. I'll ask you a few more questions when we're in the actual kitchen itself, but you can see this incredible young chef and a whole host of other bakers going through the most. You can watch the repeat to SA's hottest baking show today at 1 p.m. on SABC2 and then Sunday at 4 p.m. as well. But let's get a little sneak peek.
Pate en croûte is not just a dish, it's a culinary masterpiece.
A pie? It's hard.
It's nerve-wracking.
Join us this Tuesday as the contestants put a spin on this French classic, South African style.
That's Tuesdays at 7, repeat Wednesdays at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m. on SABC2.
I promise I'm not crying, it's just the onions.
The Taste Master, always creative, always fun, and I'm looking forward to a culinary hotline a little bit later with Lariri himself. To make sure that you get every single question answered, that'll be a tad later. But now, just after 7 o'clock, let's take a look at your news and starting nationally. Now, the MK Party has brought an application before the Constitutional Court to halt the first session of the new parliament in Cape Town on Friday and to declare the decision to hold the session contrary to the Constitution. Chief Justice Raymond Zondo announced yesterday that the first session would take place on Friday. The MK Party is boycotting the first session due to dissatisfaction with the election results. It states that this matter must first be resolved before the first session can take place. Now, Western Cape Police have arrested and charged 2 suspects, aged 24 and 28, for the mass shooting in Site C, Khayelitsha, which killed 4 people, including 3 children, in a barbershop. Police spokesperson Brigadier Novella Patalwa confirmed that the suspects would appear in the Khayelitsha Magistrates Court soon. The shooting also left 9 others wounded. Provincial serious violent crime detectives have charged the suspects with murder and attempted murder. More arrests and additional charges are expected as the investigation progresses. On to international news. NATO's Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg says the organization should take over the coordination of Western military aid to Ukraine. Stoltenberg said central coordination by NATO would prevent delays such as those that occurred when a $61 billion aid package stalled for months in the US Congress. Several NATO allies will discuss this proposal. Meanwhile, the German Minister of Foreign Affairs, Annalena Baerbock, has said that a conference on Ukraine's post-war recovery path will pave the way for this country to join the European Union. Now, Malawi's President, Lazarus Chakwera, has announced that the wreckage of a plane that was transporting the country's deputy president has been found. There were no survivors. The deputy president, Dr. Saulos Chilima, and 9 others, including 3 crew members, were on a flight from Lilongwe to Umzuza when the military plane disappeared off the radar in bad weather. Chilema, 51 years old, was on his way to represent the government at the burial of former government minister Ralph Kasambada, who passed away 4 days ago. Now, in visiting Washington, head for the National Zoo and an unforgettable experience as it's soon to welcome a new pair of pandas. After a stretch of diplomatic tension with China left most U.S. zoos pandaless, a new 10-year lease agreement is bringing them back for a scientific research and better relations. At year-end, the National Zoo will welcome 2-year-old Bao Li, son of Bao Bao, born at the zoo in 2013, and Kibao, also 2 years old, a possible breeding partner. The zoo will pay a $1 million annual lease fee, which will go entirely for panda conservation in China. This partnership has led to major discoveries in panda biology, enhancing conservation efforts and thrilling thousands of visitors as well. And it's enjoyment all there in black and white. That wraps up your news for now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's take a look at your sport. Here's G.
First of all, are we absolutely sure it's not the guy who was dressed as a dog the other day, now dressed as a panda? Just double check. Let's start with some footballing news this morning. Bafana took a massive step forward, securing a crucial 3-1 victory over Zimbabwe in their 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier at the Free State Stadium, joining Rwanda and Benin at the top of Group C with 7 points. So Ikram Reyners opened the scoring within just 30 seconds of the match. Then Tawanda Chirewa quickly equalized for Zimbabwe. Tapela Morena's then second half double, sealing South Africa's win, leaving Zimbabwe winless and at the bottom with just 2 points, but a great stride forward for the team. Now we turn to rugby, and it looks like they've sorted it out. The Currie Cup will kick off as scheduled, thanks to a new agreement between employers and players to enhance player welfare and manage a very long 12-month South African rugby season. It's grueling. So the deal, set for final approval tomorrow, in fact, includes individualized 8-week rest periods, adherence to World Rugby Load guidelines, and updated travel arrangements, and that's as of July of 2025. And this ensures that the Currie Cup Premier Division starts early in July, while the First Division begins this weekend, in fact. So all the best to the players embarking on that next journey. Now we turn to cricket, and what a World Cup it's been. Pakistan kept their Super 8 hopes alive, miraculously, with a crucial 7-wicket win over Canada in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. That was after 2 consecutive losses. So Pakistan's strong fielding came to bear, restricting Canada to 106 for 7, with Aaron Johnson scoring a brilliant half-century. Pakistan reaching 107 for 3 in just under 18 overs. Now sitting third in Group A behind India and definitely the dark horse USA, certainly playing on home soil. Now we turn to golf, and exciting times as Rory McIlroy, world #1 Scotty Scheffler, and second-ranked Xander Schauffele will play the first 2 rounds of the 124th US Open at Pinehurst #2. So McIlroy, seeking his first major since 2014, surprisingly, tees off on Thursday. Schauffele, then the recent PGA Championship winner and pre-tournament favourite Scheffler, join him as well. Meanwhile, defending champion Wyndham Clark begins his afternoon round with Open champion Brian Harman and US amateur champion Nick Dunlap. Then Tiger Woods in the morning wave will play alongside Will Zalatoris and the 2022 winner Matt Fitzpatrick. So great to see some amazing pairings out there, but that's where we leave our sport for now. Roads should be waking up. Let's get you to work safely.
Well, thank you, Graham, and a big congrats once again to our boys, Bafana. For now, though, let's take a look at what is happening on your roads. Out in Randburg in Gauteng, there is congestion on the N1 northbound between Malibongwe Drive and Beyers Naudé Drive. Delays are expected, so please plan your route accordingly. Now, out in Durbanville and Cape Town, there is heavy congestion on the N1 inbound at Yipdiaga ramp. Allow for some added travel time and maintain a safe following distance. That wraps up your roads for now. Let's take a look at your weather. Now, with the SA Weather Service issuing warnings of extreme fire danger conditions on almost a daily basis, the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment and the Working on Fire Kushuga joint venture in Limpopo has officially started preparations for the winter fire season to mentally and physically prepare its firefighters in the province. Spokesperson Ofense Letswalo said some 500 firefighters stationed at 26 bases in the province will participate in the training. Letswalo says the province is is expecting a busy fire season compared to previous years, and the winter fire season runs annually from June to October. However, working on Fire Limpopo has thus far already dispatched ground teams to suppress over 30 wildfires. We wish them all the best with this, and thank you for your service too. Moving on to that sunrise view of this hour. Thank you to Rihanna from Claremont out in Cape Town for sending this. Now, I might be biased, but this might be one of the best sunrise views I have ever seen. Look at that glow. Look at the colors. Of course, the day just showing off as it begins. I love it. We got started on a good note on this Wednesday. And if you, of course, would like to share your morning views with us, you can do so on 063-408-8863. Let's have a look at the temperatures you can expect for today.
Temperatures are looking fantastic in Mzansi, of course, and your Feel Good Breakfast Show, it's about to rise even more because for the first time, we have a Taste Master contestant, somebody absolutely incredible. We've been paired in the kitchen based only on our looks and size. Lariri is here to make sure you get a recipe for a chakalaka layered cake bread type of thingy-majig. Dungus, which is going to be great. That's actually the real recipe that we put on expressoshow.com. So if you'd like to come and join us and ask some questions, 063-408-8863 for the culinary hotline coming your way shortly on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Stay right there. For Lariri.
We connect more countries than any other airline. Turkish Airlines.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso here at S3. And welcome to another edition of the Culinary Hotline Bling! That's it. You must ting-ting. It's important. And the thing is, today, we've got a fantastic ting-ting here in studio because Richard Tron is here, a.k.a.
Fabulous.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Shoo! My word, I'm sweating. But of course, Taste Master's very own, renowned for a simple yet delicious baking concept here and there. The Taste Master SA gives you all these ideas, but Lariri adds a bit more culinary magic. It's not just about what we're about to make. It's about the personality within it. So please, if you've got any questions, voice note me, 063-408-8863. Hello. I have to do that all the time now, eh? It's
Really?
a part of, it's part of your brand.
And
I believe that you are... So this is a normal size bowl for you. But when I hold it, it just looks very groot. It makes sense. I get it. Thank you. This is why we would sort... You know, this is why they put it in the kitchen with you. So that I just have someone to look up to.
But you know what? My brother in the competition, Phil.
Yes, I
was
know
a short.
Phil.
Yeah.
That's it. Hey,
so you remind me of a little Phil.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad I could fill that void for you. Lariri. So I'm going to let you stand here. I'm going to substitute with you so you can gooi this. So in this bowl over here, which I think is groot, but you know, you got flour.
Yeah. We got flour here. Now, let me tell you about this.
Please tell me about
this. This is my Nara Smith moment, because I'm a very lazy baker. So I will buy myself some dough and stuff and then use it. But this is not my Nara moment.
Did you mull your own flour?
From scratch, darling. From scratch.
Did you make the bowl too? I just want to know, because Nara would make the bowl and, you know... And then also make chewing gum. I don't know.
Let's just pretend I made everything.
Okay, let's do that. So now you got the bowl, and we're going to create a dough, of course, because this is going to be a chakalaka layered bread, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it looks like a cake, which I love about it.
You know what? The idea came when I didn't have a loaf pan.
Yes.
And the only thing I had was a cake pan. And then I decided... Who said it must be in a loaf pan? Just make it in a cake pan. So,
exactly.
And
so you can do your thing over there.
So
just tell me what to do when.
You flavor your meal.
That's it.
Flour.
So did you actually grind those spices yourself? Okay, I'm sorry, man.
Please.
That's right. I thought
okay, so this is your second chopped spice, and then you have rice spice. You know, like real rice spice.
Spice for rice?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Or not rice made of spice.
I decided to put the spice of rice in the
fantastic.
flour as well, because why not?
Great.
And then we do some Italian herbs.
That's good. Did you get them from Italy?
Yeah.
Okay. Just go with it. Just go with it. Come, Nara. Let's go for it. And then what else you got in there?
And then this is parsley donkey.
That's
fabulous.
it. Oh, look at that. The nose never lies.
En nou ga je dit mos nog net mix.
Okay. That's it. I call it muddling earlier. I'm calling it to muddle again.
Muddle.
We did that for a mocktail earlier. I'm going to do that so you have to muddle the flour.
Okay. And
it's
then
just a new baking term.
Your yeast.
Ooh, the yeast.
And then a beetje soutjes.
Because obviously a little bit of salt there, the yeast as well. Now we need to activate the yeast somehow, eh? In that beautiful.
And do you know what?
And how are we going to activate it?
With lukewarm water.
Lukewarm, perfect.
Yeah, and these days I use a wooden spoon because ain't nobody got time for dirty hands.
Well, I mean, a wooden spoon kind of takes you back a bit, honestly, if you think about it. Do you remember the wooden spoon, what it was used for? Yeah, they call that the klapper van vergelijking. You know? Why did you... Yeah, so anyway, I don't want to talk about my trauma now. This is also about your chakalaka layered cake, which we're going to do. You know what? I'm going to make myself useful here. I've got a little pan that I think I'm going to gooi on here, and then let's make something happen, man.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna do my own little thing.
Carl, to please...
Yes.
Put the chakalaka in the pan.
Chakalaka in
and then you put the mushrooms as well.
Mushrooms in there.
And I'll have to
and then shashwa.
Yes.
And then I see we got some garlic and chives. Do you want to gooi that as well? Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just going to gooi. So as we do this, see this, this is lovely. Cooking with Lariri. Actually, I need to ask you, you have such a bold personality, and I know the Taste Master offers you a show to be on, but wouldn't you like to do your own show, Lariri? Like your own cooking show, like proper recipes from your childhood, recipes with your personality. I think a show would work. I'm just going to let you know.
You know what? My plan is...
Yes.
I've done a few reality TV shows already.
A few?
So my plan was like, just do a few. One day someone will see you and say, that one needs to be on TV.
Okay.
You need to put him on. So you see, I'm working with a plan here.
Okay, that's very good.
See, so I would love to do my own cooking show one day. Not cooking, really. Just presenting.
Just presenting?
Cooking is just the love for it, for my friends and family.
Of course.
You. But with Taste Master now, I all of a sudden started loving baking.
And that's the thing about the process, that you get into something once and then you start connecting with it, which is so beautiful, which I love that. But I think that you should do a showman, like, you know, just make it easy with La Riri or something to that effect. It'd be fantastic, you know. And then you can do all sorts of things, cooking. You can do some DIY in there as well. You can do a bunch of different things.
I think, Carl, my plan also is to just start off with my own YouTube channel.
That's a great place to start. Why not?
And then take it from there.
That's fantastic. So I think that's important. But I'm looking forward to the Taste Master, you know, watching your journey. Do you think the Taste Master has made you, I'm just saying, a better chef and a better person in terms of, you know, the way you see concepts and the way you see recipes?
Oh, most definitely.
You know, I just wanted to find out if that really impacted you.
Most definitely, because...
And the critique is actually tough to take sometimes, man. So how have you been handling that?
Actually, you said, you gave me beautiful advice. You said, get out of your head and into your life.
I can't believe you remember that.
Yes. You said that, and then...
You're going to make me emotional. Stop it.
And then I decided, you know what? Just do it now. Get out of your head and into your life.
I can't believe you put that on, Hillary. It means a lot to me.
You are such an inspiration to us in this whole competition.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. I just want... We know what the thing is, when we see you, you know, making sure that you line up here, you, as contestants, you work very hard to make sure whatever recipe you're going to provide is going to be perfect. And you know what? I can see the nerves. And me being from this space, I just wanted to impart the best advice I could give, because I think a lot of people, when you are doing things that are, you know, part of your passion...
Yeah.
Sometimes you get in your head, you're like, is my passion enough? Is what I'm doing enough? And I believe that you sit in your head and you think that you can't do things, and you end up stagnating and staying there. So this is why I told you that it's important for you to, yes, get out of your head and into your life, because this was your life at the moment. It was the Taste Master. That's it. And I think that was the most important thing for me to impart.
And I grew from there. I said to myself, now you need to take it serious, because it was on a day that I decided, you know,
I heard so.
Anyone can bake. But when I was in the competition, like, okay, it's not even time for speeletjies. This isn't child's play at all.
Well, you know what? We are going to continue this recipe with the culinary hotline. And if you've got any questions, any comments, any well wishes to La Riri, please feel free. 063-408-8863. We'll make sure that this is all sorted for you by the time you return. So stay with us. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Well, not only is Carl an inspiration, but this man right here too always has wise words for me, and I absorb it as I go. And we're going to keep that inspiration going, because it is time for another episode of Handy Heroes.
Oh, man, there when we need them most. Today, the experts from Easy Build in Laudium in Pretoria share their expert DIY hacks and some very valuable paint tips to help make our next DIY project that much easier.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy hero comes from Easy Build, Laudium, Centurion, a Plascon paint expert store and member of Paint Club.
Easy Build Laudium has been established in 2000. It's a one-stop destination for all your hardware needs, where quality meets convenience and expertise. Recently, we have adopted the Plascon Paint Club. What makes us proud about our store is giving customer service to customers, making sure that customers have what they want, making sure that with pricing, giving good pricing to customers so they can come back to our store. In the area of Laudium, we're the only store that keeps Plascon. My favorite Plascon product is a Micatex. Micatex has a premier and matte finish, fully washable. It's much stronger now, and it's a 12-year guarantee. DIY, we normally ask the customer, is it a new wall or is it an old wall? If it's a new wall, I obviously tell them, if you're using a plaster primer from Plascon, you need to use a Plascon product. My DIY motto, no reason to look anywhere else.
Handy Heroes, powered by Plascon. We've got this.
Oh man, I love that. That's become my happy juice. Seeing
Yeah.
people living their purpose in their lane. We love it. Thank you so much for the help that you have given all of us DIY not so experts in tackling those major jobs. It really doesn't go underappreciated.
Absolutely. And listen, because we appreciate you, you also stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand with Plascon. All you have to do is simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us this one burning question. What is your favorite color from Plascon's Eternal Winter Palette and where you would like to use it in your home? I know you are DIY kings and queens, so come through and don't forget to use that hashtag PlasconSA, as well as follow at PlasconSA on Facebook and on Instagram. Now, this competition does close at midday this Friday, 14 June. T's and C's can, of course, be found on expressoshow.com.
Good luck.
When the cracks start to show, our strength and resilience is legendary. Mycotex, strong enough to endure anything.
Right, so we are back in the kitchen. A little earlier with Culinary Hotline, we had Lariri, one of our Tastemaster contestants, and you better check out Tastemaster. It is a fantastic competition. Lariri is giving us a chakalaka layered bread. We're still busy with the recipe. We're going to do some layering with Lariri very soon, right? We're going to do that into this cake tin. And remember, this was actually another little accident. You said the Tastemaster was kind of like, you know, one of those little dares. Yeah. And now it was an accident that this actually came up. When you didn't have a bake tin, you just used the cake tin. And next thing you know, it's a bakey wordy, it's here, and cakey, it's there. You know what I'm saying? So we are going to layer this with the dough, and of course, I'll make sure these mushrooms are broken down. Also coming your way soon on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're going to chat London Fashion Week, a couple of looks that we need to see, plus the looks from one artist, Q, who is here to entertain you in the next few moments. So make sure you stay with us. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Get ready to break the rules and redefine design with the freshest new interior makeover show in South Africa, My Design Rules. We're looking for 4 up-and-coming design duos, and whether it's friends, family, or siblings, as long as you have an eye for beautiful spaces, we want you. Picture this: 4 talented teams, 4 fixer-uppers, located right in the heart of Cape Town's Atlantic seaboard. If you're ready to revamp one of these apartments, then you can win big. The judge's choice will walk away with a shared 300,000 Rand, or your duo could nab a shared 100,000 Rand for impressing the viewers. Enter on WhatsApp on 073 595 6420 or on Cordova.tv, or hit up our My Design Rules TV socials for details. That's My Design Rules, where every moment is a masterpiece.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Well, listen, I love all things culture. I love all things fashion. And the past couple days saw London Fashion Week, which is, of course, a fashion and cultural platform for different British designers and brands in the UK. Now, they're celebrating their 40th anniversary of the event, and it celebrates those who have made a rich and significant contribution to the British fashion industry. And we've got to take a look at some of the things that stood out. There have been some interesting ones that have been going down. I think 2023 was the year of the girl. We saw a lot of femininity coming through. 2024, though, I think it's the year of the woman, the grown and sexy. We're seeing some shoulder pads. We're seeing some beautiful silhouettes. And I think we should have a look at some of the looks.
Let's do it. Please do. Let's do a deep dive. And we know that this is quite conceptual. This is a catwalk, remember. So this is where we kind of get a bit avant-garde. But let's see our first designer, who happened to be Denzel Patrick. I like the look of that structure. Menswear labelled by husband duo Daniel Gale and James Bosley.
Yeah, I love that. I love the play on masculine and feminine. And it's the shoulder pads you can see coming through again. And also the looser suit fit. Very nice.
I mean, obviously, very intentional decisions made there to like break the symmetry of it, to have a little bit of fun with a very structured suit.
Exactly.
Makeup, but I like it. It's giving me kind of Romeo and Juliet vibes.
Yes.
I like the fact that we are leaning on the past as we look forward. Beautiful, man.
Well, shall we have a look at singer Beth Ditto, dressed by Scottish designer Charles Jeffrey's Loverboy label, which was celebrating definitely a 10-year anniversary. I love this. You know, it's also Pride Month, so we're definitely celebrating all things that are pushing the boundaries just a little bit, and we see that definitely in this collection. If you look at the full look, the full looks rather, you will just be taken away. It is so gorgeous. Look at the hair color. I mean,
I love the pop, but I like the way we've moved away completely from the structure with that one, just free flowing. And I would always imagine what that creative process must be like from concept to actually executing it on a person's form, that where you can have that structure and that shape, but that is still free flowing. Absolutely exquisite.
And speaking about a person's form, you've noticed too that inclusivity matters once again. We've got models of all different shapes and sizes, hair colors and tattoos. So that's really great.
Just like people, just like us.
Another one. How about model Erin O'Connor, dressed in Loverboy from Charles Jeffrey? Let's take a look at this one.
Look at that.
You know, I'm feeling this so much. I feel it on a number of different levels, just the sheer creativity of it as well. And I think it's deliberately polarizing, which is the whole creative process that should be. You know, not everyone's going to get it in the beginning, but as soon as you start, you know, pretty much analyzing this, you're starting to just understand that creativity has got to have some of those pointy bits here and there to make you really understand what's happening. But I also love the fit. I love the tailoring of the dress as well.
You said shoulder pads. I mean,
shoulder spikes.
Let's layer it in. But remember, this is a catwalk, not a production line.
Yes.
And I think we really have to take that on board. This is, as you say, an opportunity to push the boat out.
Although I can see you in that, Graham, you'd look absolutely
course.
amazing.
Own it.
The purple and the black, come on. Well, you've heard of Finding Nemo. Have you heard of the singer Nemo? They gave a lovely performance dressed in latex designed by Harry. But look at that latex.
I think we're underselling it,
Yeah, it's not the latex we think it is, right? That latex is extending for many miles, and also the little halo that's going around them as well is stunning. I love the bridal couture coming through with the all-white too, and it's just, I mean, that train, imagine walking down the aisle in that.
I went with meringue in my head.
Meringue,
You went with meringue?
I went to
a soft peak. Is the dress achieved a soft peak yet? It has. It does beg the question, do you inflate it there? Do you, because I'm just imagining, you know, Taylor being carried up the stairs, like how do you wrap your head around that one? But it's a concept. Absolutely love that. And then we've got creative director Cassini. Made her return to the runway after 2020, playing it down, keeping it cool. I think this kind of represents for me very much trend and fast fashion, where that's at the moment. And it does have to inform slow fashion, because we need to feed kind of the young up and coming and the market that's kind of looking back. But I like that, man.
Definitely wearable, which I'm definitely here for. I think that, you know, you look at some catwalk and some runway stuff, you say no, but this I can definitely, I would even wear that personally. Yeah.
There's another one, another look from her. She described this one as the ever-changing fashion landscape. And this is how it goes. So, as you can see, it's the play around. I'm going to call it negative space.
Okay.
Right? Let's call it the negative space. I think it's important to note that sometimes you don't need a lot to make a big statement.
Yes.
Right?
It's just a vacuum.
You need a good body, though, no?
Okay, no. So this is, it's giving gym contract.
Yes, it is. That's exactly what it's giving. I love it. Very different, very unique, very understated. While Grey Green also made an appearance, making a statement, definitely. One of the designers who chose to remove himself from the seasonal grid as his looks show.
Wow.
It's giving 70s, like Flower Girl, Running in the Field.
Yes.
Love the resurgence of that for sure.
I'm loving the fact that we are seeing people represented here as much as we're seeing kind of stylistic elements and trends being and kind of what we'll kind of get shoved down our throats in social media. You're seeing the real people represented in those spaces. And I think that is so massive. When we're looking for fashion, don't follow trend. Follow yourself, what works for you, what makes you feel amazing. But I think we owe the designers who are willing to put themselves out there, maybe bang a few spikes on their shoulders, a huge debt of gratitude, because that's what keeps moving us forward. We love it. Well done.
Yeah. A round of applause for you. Speaking about a round of applause, we've got to prepare our hands right now. So we're going to be clapping, dancing, and moving, because on the stage right now is Q to perform a song. Maybe he wrote it about me. I don't know. It's called Chakra Hunt Thing from his latest album, Reprise on 2nd Avenue. Take it away, Q.
Peace. Good morning. This is Q Soletu. Gonna play the song Chakra Hunt Thing.
Say no more. You know I'm always ready to go. Fresh pair of shoes and no rose in my soul. Chivalry is still alive, got the tone. Release for your mom, here we go. In the hurry, put the pedal to the floor. So now we all finish this day. She come out once and my knees. I'm talking birds and the bees. And learning now energy. I'm talking chakra hunting, companionship, confident, but confident, boosting myself, confidence, illusioning myself like a trance state, and I imagine into the beating of a drum, like a generally commanding my attention, inspiring my ascension, a fuel, a fire in my obsession. Give you love till you get enough, sit with you till you get enough. So when you lost, say my name. Well, I'll be down there deep with you. When I talk, I will speak with you. I'm a lady. On track, nowhere to run to. I never have much, but I've got you. So now we all infinity stay. She come out once and my needs. I'm talking birds and the bees. And letting our energy. Come on. Boosting myself confidence. Give you love till you get say my name. Well, I will talk that tip with you. When talk, I will speak with you. Never leave.
Because it is a Chakrahan thing. We absolutely love to see it. Listen, we've got so much more coming your way. Of course, we've got to see what else happens in the kitchen with Lariri, the gebakte brood, but obviously we're adding chakalaka to it. So it's just going to be absolutely delicious. Not only that, many people have been man down because of this flu going around, and we're going to navigate flu season along with you with some tips and tricks. So don't go anywhere.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this gorgeous Wednesday morning. We are in the kitchen once again. The culinary hotline bling needs to continue. And of course, we've got the gorgeous, the wonderful Lariri joining us right now. We're going to continue with this little chakalaka broodjie that we've got going. And of course, we have to end off with something sweet. And he comes through from Taste Master SN. We're going to taste the goodness. We're layering it up. We've got dough at the bottom, right?
Yes,
and then
dough on the bottom and
some
then
chakalaka
in between now.
I see you've added mushrooms to your chakalaka.
Yes, I always do that, just to give you that extra flair.
Yes.
Yeah, do you understand? So het gee lekker smaak, man.
And definitely like that chew in the mouth, right?
Yeah.
After the chakalaka, we're going to go in with some cheese, I'm seeing, some ham. Is this cream cheese?
It's cream cheese, yes.
Oh,
that
yummy, delicious.
It's basically the bread with it. It's like a braaibroodjie.
Yeah.
You see, before you have a nice braai, so you have an appetizer, something to nibble on before you know.
Yes.
Okay, so now we go in with the ham.
Okay,
and
cool.
we just layer the ham as well.
Layering the ham down on top of the chakalaka.
Yes.
And if you want any of these steps, of course, you know it's going to be found on expressoshow.com. And you're going to want to make this because if you can smell what we are smelling in this kitchen, it would be a no-brainer. So we're layering on the ham, on top of the chakalaka, on top of the dough. And then, of course, we've got to get into some cheese action.
some cheese.
Everything is better with cheese. But listen, we've got a voice note that we've got to listen to. Lyndall got in touch saying something, asking something. Let's find out.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lyndall. I would like to say to La Riri, wow, you made my morning this morning. I woke up this morning and switched on the TV as per usual. And then I was looking at the insert where you started speaking and you made me smile. Wow, you've got such a vibrance about you. And wow, that potbrood, it looks very, very good. I wish you well. But most of all, I would like to say thank you, man. You made my day today. Have a fantastic day further, guys.
Oh,
thank you, Lyndall. Oh.
You can hear that he literally just woke up to like put that forward. Love that.
That's beautiful.
And the vibrance you carry is definitely what you carry in the food. The personality is there and the heart is there. I think most importantly, because we're cooking from home to your screens to our kitchen. I love this. Shall we end off here because the finished product looks absolutely gorgeous. We got to make something sweet though, don't we?
Definitely.
Really.
Girl, this is
Some
my
chocolate,
thing.
I'm
So
feeling
this
that.
goes into the oven
Tell me
for
more.
45 minutes.
Yes.
And that's it till golden brown, and then you take it out. You serve it warm, and you eat it with the cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
Yes.
Well, moving from one dairy to the next, we've got to get involved with some chocolate, but we're kind of keeping it healthy because we've got berries to go along with it. Strawberries, blueberries, what are these? Some sort of nuts?
Some sort of nuts. Now, this is because the hustle and bustle of life these days, it's way too busy. So jy het nie nog krag om te gaan slyf ure voor 'n
I'm
stoof
telling
nie. So
you.
you're going to buy yourself some store-bought pizza dough.
Okay.
Bakvorm. En al wat jy gaan doen, jy kan
And
my
it's
help my
normal
engel.
pizza dough. There's nothing
normal
special
pizza
here.
dough.
Okay.
En jy gaan nou net die chocolate oor sit.
Okay, we start with this one. Got you
Dit is
there.
weer om net lekker.
Can I put it on thick though?
You can, my darling. The more chocolate, the better.
Better. That's what you're
the
talking
more
about
chocolate.
language. I love it. And this is a chocolate pizza. You've heard of many variations of pizza, but have you ever had some of this?
Yes, and then you can also decide to do little shapes and stuff with your pizza dough.
Okay.
You make it into a heart. Bring the family in.
Yes.
Bring the kids in.
I was going to say, this is a nice little like kids activity, family activity, Father's Day activity.
Yes.
That's happening
that
on
you can do
Sunday.
with your kiddies and everything, and that's
Oh, I
it.
love it. It smells so good. Okay. And then we just go crazy.
And then you go crazy.
Okay,
Put
I'm
on your
thinking, I'm going to make like a little smiley face. I'm going to make a heart. Okay. We're going to be cute with it. Okay. Oh, man. Well, these blueberries are firm and beautiful. Now tell me,
strawberries.
Lariri, I've got a question about this chocolate, right?
Okay.
When you put chocolate in the oven, especially when it looks like this, doesn't it burn?
It burns, my darling, but you put it in, literally, I'm going to put this in like for 2 minutes just to get it nice and warm, you see. So
I
you bake your dough
see.
first, and then
Okay.
just 2 minutes in, and that's it.
Okay, so the dough is baked a bit beforehand,
Yeah,
so you know that that's
exactly.
good. Yeah. Oh, that's a great tip. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I'm so impressed. I'm trying to redeem myself from my mocktail because that didn't go so well. You know what I mean?
I think it went well.
Did you?
I
You must
think it
taste
went
it
well.
and let me know. Oh, cute.
And that's it.
She's spreading the love. Because you gave me some, and I'm going to continue. Ta-da! I want to add a strawberry too. Let me chop her up. Okay. Are we going to taste this?
We can.
Okay, good. So we've seen you on Tastemaster. That was absolutely wonderful. And we're going to continue watching your journey grow. What else is next for Lariri? I heard something about a YouTube channel you were telling Carl.
I want to start my own YouTube channel as well, but I think the most important thing that is now next for Lariri is basically Mr. Gay Nation South Africa.
Yes.
That competition is very important to me so that we can promote inclusivity, diversity, love for all, because my city
We need it.
Die mense is nog baie close by.
Oh, goodness. Listen, we've got a way to go, and every contribution definitely matters. But I can't wait to see you taking over the digital space on YouTube. We've got to see it. Do you know what your name would be for your channel?
I don't know, something like Lariri's Gaylicious Bakes or something. And then someone said to me, why must it be gay? Like, because I am.
What are you saying? Come on now. I forgot about this.
Sugar.
A little sugar.
And that's it,
little
basically.
Sweet, little nice, a little bit of a... You know, a little moment over there.
Try it, girl.
Thank you. Well, if Lariri says it, then I believe it. ExpressoShow.com. We've got to give these a try. I don't really want to ruin it because look at mine. The design is so cute. You know, it looks like a big pancake. That's actually what's going on here. And it's going to taste just as good. Can't wait for it. And all the best for Mr. Gay National. I can't wait to see you dominate and win. I'm going to give you a slice of mine. You give me a slice of yours. Cheers. Yes, Larry, cheers to that. I feel like the guys are missing out on this. I don't know if we should invite them.
They can come over.
Should we invite them?
Come now.
No, Graham, you stay there.
But sharing is caring.
Okay, so do you want chocolate pizza or 48 million rand?
I'm going to go with chocolate pizza.
It does look good.
It looks that good. I'm
It
sorry.
really does.
Yes, please.
Okay, well, we can have both. Well, maybe just maybe just one. In fact, if you play right now for 48 million rand, in fact, a total estimated Lotto plus one, a Lotto plus two jackpots, this could be your reality this Wednesday. Your dreams could literally become a reality. Chocolate pizza every day.
Exactly. Well, that's what you're looking for. So if you want to feel the whole chocolate pizza vibe, you need to play the Lotto for an estimated 31 million rand. Lotto plus one, that is estimated at 9 million rand, and Lotto plus two, and that is estimated at 8 million rand.
I suggest you do all of them. Just do them all, and you can buy your tickets really easily. Go in store with a smile, as I always say, good karma. You can go online, nationallottery.co.za. You can use the mobile app, you can use your cell phone banking app, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# for the USSD. I wonder if anyone's used those numbers in their lucky number. No, don't listen to me.
Don't. All of these details are on Expresso's social media pages, so please go check them out and make sure to get yourself in the running to win your share of 48 million rand in total estimated Lotto, Lotto plus one, and Lotto plus two jackpots. That's today, so play now and have chocolate pizza.
All the best of luck. So maybe you've been kind of battling the flu like this young man for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. It probably feels like months. We are pushing back all the winter flu nasties. We got your back.
And of course, if you would like some dad jokes, Graham and I have a few of them. Not all of them, but we have a few.
I'm already laughing, dude. I can't even look at your face. The side of your... I'm going to get smashed. I'll be all right. I can do this. I can do this. The dad jokes will begin on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Let's push back against winter as it has us in her grips right now. Obviously, so does the cold and flu season, unfortunately. And Dr. Leila Kasim is here to share her vast insights on how families can protect themselves during this time. We do have some weapons in our arsenal, and the role of over-the-counter products like Corenza Para-C can manage cold and flu symptoms so our bodies could do what they need to do and heal. Doc, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you being here during probably the busiest time of the year for you. It almost feels like once the ads start playing on TV, our body's like, oh, it's that time, it's cold and flu season. When we talk about the common colds and flu, the sniffles, the things that kind of come in and seem to bubble under and then don't really get us, like how do we differentiate? Because very often we'll go to Google before we go to a medical practitioner. So kind of where should we be jumping off?
So that's a very good question. A common cold and a flu, the symptoms that patients present with are very similar, but the most important symptom to differentiate is that a common cold is a gradual onset versus a flu, which is a more abrupt onset. And with a flu,
feel it.
you do. And a flu is more severe than a cold. A cold is, as you said, like the sniffles or sneezing and a runny nose, whereas a flu is a viral infection caused by influenza with high fever, abrupt onset, and extreme body aches and pains.
And very extreme this year. It feels like we've had some heavy hitters step into the ring. It almost feels like post-COVID, kind of our seasons have shifted. We've got a much larger window now. That being said, we can be proactive. So before we get into mitigating the effects, how can we prevent? As a family, what sort of mindset should we have?
So also another very important topic to chat about. We do have the influenza vaccine available for children above, for babies above 6 months old to adults. It's very important to know your high-risk categories. So elderly patients above the age of 65 should definitely have the influenza vaccine. And then also just to boost your own immune system, because remember that a flu is a viral infection and it attacks your own body's immune system. So if you've got a good baseline, chances are that you are able to fight off the virus easily. So it's to have enough sleep, to stay hydrated, to eat well, to exercise regularly, to essentially fill your cup and boost your immune system in that sense.
And it's amazing how when you adopt this mentality of kind of just push forward, how your body will steamroll over a lot of these things. And I often see it with my daughter where she's got her immune system kicked in courtesy of her brother, who's a little bit older, bringing stuff home. But I can see her immune system is strong at a young age because she's had exposure to it. So yeah, getting sick every once in a while is okay. When we talk about over the counter, because when we want to just manage the symptoms, especially if we've got to get up, get through a day, whether it's parenting, whether it's kind of working from home, doing whatever we need to do, something like Corenza Para-C, I often will lean on. The power of over the counter, there is a reason why we lean on this.
So it's a nice, easy way to manage your cold and flu symptom before heading over to a doctor. Remember that, again, flus and colds are viral, so essentially you treat symptomatically. So, for example, the Corenza Para-C, it contains paracetamol which is an antipyretic and helps reduce your fever, and then it's got a decongestant which helps with the, the nasal congestion. Exactly. So it's a nice, easy way for family members to use as an easy guide, like a symptomatic assistance.
When do you know, okay, I need to draw a line in the sand here and speak to my doc?
So if you have severe symptoms, so regardless of the timeline, so if there are danger signs like a decreased level of consciousness, severe muscle aches and pains, a fever more than 40 degrees, not responding to any over-the-counter management, and then obviously if there is a sign of a secondary bacterial infection, so perhaps if there is a discoloration of the mucus, or an earache, or develops into a lower respiratory tract infection like a pneumonia. And then also to note that symptoms that last longer than 5 to 7 days, you should actually chat to your GP or your healthcare practitioner.
Yeah, and pharmacists are great in kind of introducing you to a lot of those factors there. So a shout out to our pharmacists and a shout out to our doctors. And I think once you understand the role that viruses play, and we're getting that in spades this year, you understand how this entire ecosystem needs to be empowered. That's why the vaccine is there, so we can learn more about these viruses so that we can combat them from every angle. So thank you so much. On behalf of everyone who is undoubtedly going to get sick this winter season, thank you for keeping us in the fight. So let's play our part. Okay, we can't heal you, but we can make you feel a little bit better. You stand the chance of winning 4,000 Rand in cash with Carenza Parasi. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us this. What are the first symptoms you experience when you get sick with cold or flu? For all of us, it lands slightly different. Maybe there are some usual suspects. We've given you a few tips. Let us know. And don't forget to hashtag it @AdcocOTCWinter so we know that it qualifies for this competition. And the comp closes Monday, the 17th of June. But you can find all the T's and C's at expressoshow.com. Doctor, thank you so much. We love you.
Some much needed advice as we continue into flu season. For now, though, it's just gone 8 o'clock. We've got to take a look at what's happening in your world of news. And we start off in the mother city, where the Table Mountain Cableway will be shutting down for extensive maintenance over 7 weeks from next month, the longest overall since the tourist attraction was upgraded in 1997. Managing Director Wahida Parker says commercial outlets such as shops and restaurants at the upper and lower stations will also be closed from July 15th to September 1st. She says maintenance must be done in accordance with international requirements. Table Mountain will still be accessible to hikers, but hiking trails directly under the pathway of the cables will be closed for safety reasons. Now, the MK Party has brought an application before the Constitutional Court to hold the first session of the new Parliament in Cape Town on Friday and to declare the decision to hold the session contrary to the Constitution. Chief Justice Raymond Zondo announced yesterday that the first session would take place on Friday. The MK Party is boycotting the first session due to dissatisfaction with the election results. It states that this matter must first be resolved before the first session does take place. Now, taking a look at your international news, at least 49 people have lost their lives and 140 more are missing after a boat carrying refugees and migrants from the Horn of Africa to Yemen sank. The United Nations International Organization for Migration has said the vessel capsized on Monday. It was carrying some 260 people who had set off from the northern coast of Somalia across the Gulf of Aden to reach Yemen. Refugees and migrants from the Horn of Africa and East Africa are increasingly braving the dangerous journey to reach Saudi Arabia and other Arab states via Yemen. Now, NATO's Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg says the organization should take over the coordination of the military aid to Ukraine. Stoltenberg says central coordination by NATO would prevent delays such as those that occurred when $61 billion in aid package stalled for months in the U.S. Congress. Several NATO allies will discuss this proposal. Meanwhile, the German Minister of Foreign Affairs, Annalena Baerbock, has said that a conference on Ukraine's post-war recovery path will pave the way for this country to join the European Union. Now, ending off with some feel-good news. If you're a fan of elephants, you might want to listen up, because we always thought that those beautiful and majestic creatures are pretty clever animals, right? Well, you'd be absolutely correct in thinking that. African elephants, in fact, have their own unique individual names. A study published in Nature, Ecology and Evolution reveals this charming fact. Biologists from Colorado State University in the U.S. used machine learning to analyze recordings from Kenya's Samburu National Reserve and the Amboseli National Park. They found elephants communicate with complex low rumbles heard over long distances. When these sounds were played back, the elephants responded energetically to their names. This rare behavior, also seen in dolphins as well as in parrots, showcases the elephant's sophisticated communication skills. These gentle giants can learn and use unique sounds throughout their lives, adding an exciting new dimension to our understanding of them. Isn't that so sweet? That wraps up your news for this morning. Let's have a look at your sports.
Thank you so much, Carissa. Let's kick it off with some footy news and the best kind of news to start our day. Bafana secured a crucial 3-1 victory over Zimbabwe in their 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. This one at the Free State Stadium yesterday, joining Rwanda and Benin at the top of Group C with 7 points. Ikram Reyners opening the scoring within the first 30 seconds before Tawanda Cherewa equalised for Zimbabwe. Then Tapela Morena's second half double sealing South Africa's win, leaving Zimbabwe winless and at the bottom with 2 points. But an incredible performance from South Africa to see a major step towards the World Cup. Now we turn to rugby, and it looks like they've sorted it out. The Currie Cup will kick off as scheduled thanks to a new agreement between employers and players to enhance player welfare and manage a very tough, long 12-month South African rugby season. So the deal, set for final approval tomorrow, in fact, includes individualised 8-week rest periods, adherence to World Rugby Load guidelines, and an updated travel arrangement from July of 2025. So this ensures that the Currie Cup Premier Division starts early in July, while the First Division, in fact, starts this weekend. So all the best of luck. Now we turn to cricket, and what a World Cup we are being given. Pakistan, surprisingly, kept their Super 8 hopes alive with a crucial 7-wicket win over Canada in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. So after 2 consecutive losses, Pakistan's strong fielding came to bear, restricting Canada to 106 for 7, with Aaron Johnson scoring a brilliant half-century in reply. And then Pakistan reaching 107 for 3 in just under 18 overs. That means they now sit third in Group A behind India and the dark horses on home soil, USA. Now let's look at some incredible matchups in golf. So Rory McIlroy, world #1, Scotty Scheffler, and second-ranked Xander Schauffele. They will play the first 2 rounds of the 124th US Open at Pinehurst #2. So McIlroy seeking his first major since 2014, which is quite a surprise. Tees off tomorrow. Then Schauffele, he's the recent PGA Championship winner and pre-tournament favourite Scheffler join him. Meanwhile, defending champion Wyndham Clark, he begins his afternoon round with Open champion Brian Harman and US amateur champion Nick Dunlap. And Tiger Woods in the morning wave, he'll be out alongside Will Zalatoris, and then the 2022 winner Matt Fitzpatrick. So quite a strong field there. Great to see Tiger's smiling face out on the greens, and that's where he will stay, and that's where the sport stays. In fact, for this morning, let's get one last look at the roads.
Thanks a lot, G. Let's start off with some traffic news. Benoni in Gauteng, I'll start there. There's been a multi-vehicle accident on the N12 westbound before Tom Jones Road. The right lane is affected with the back of the queue at Snake Road, so please plan your route accordingly to avoid any delays. Then let's move over to Boksburg. There has been an accident that's on the R21 northbound at Atlas Road off-ramp. 2 lanes are closed. Delays are expected. A reminder to exercise caution while driving. And then in Cape Town, Somerset West area, there is congestion on the N2 outbound before Victoria. Delays are being experienced, so allow for added travel time and maintain a safe following distance when you are in the area. That's it for traffic. Let's take a look at the weather. Starting off with weather news, the Oudtshoorn municipality in the Little Karoo, Western Cape, has requested authorities to declare it as a disaster area following last week's flooding. The municipality says assessments and recovery operations are continuing following flood damage to the town and surrounding areas. The heavy downpours led to the flooding of roads and bridges, as well as rockfalls. Many residents were also cut off by raging waters, and some major roads, such as the Meiringspoort Pass, which leads to Beaufort West, remain closed. Repair work is still underway, and it could be reopened by the weekend. The rains also cut off some 100 families living close to rivers. Aid was delivered to them via helicopter and boats, but of course thoughts and prayers are with to all those affected by the floods. Let's take a look at a sunrise view to lighten things up in the Feel Good Breakfast Show, and this is from Cherie from Kimberley sending through this sunrise view. And I like the artistic work here with the leaves in the foreground and the sun peering out from behind there, letting you know that this is a lekker picture, probably the best one we've ever received. However, there is still a chance for you to beat that on 063 408 8863. We always love a good old competition with regard to sunrise views on your Feel Good Breakfast Show as we take a look at your temperatures across South Africa.
Thank you.
1
Dad jokes, bad jokes.
Which one is it?
Same, but different.
I got one for you. I've been practicing for Sunday.
All right.
What did the policeman say to his belly button? You're under arrest!
That's actually quite good.
Okay. Wow, not even a chuckle, Carl.
No, come on, that's good.
My chest is still clearing up, man. That's why.
He's practicing his inner laugh, I think.
Okay, for what's to come.
That's
I
correct.
understand.
Really good, man.
You didn't want to give it to you either, Graham, right? It's like, come on.
It's tough out there, man, on the streets, man, when it comes to dad jokes. I love it. I've got one, just to warm myself up here. Just
here we go.
I'm still disappointed.
What did the baby raisin say to the daddy raisin? You're doing a great job raising me, Dad. Come on. I'm going to get obliterated. Come
Surely
on,
mine
man.
was better than mine.
I feel like yours actually took
Thank
a bit
you.
of...
I'll take it.
Come on, inspire us. Maybe you guys need to send us some more dad jokes. Use our WhatsApp line. We need the delivery. Because I think that's half of the dad's charm, okay, is the understated delivery. 063-408-8863. Drop us a voice note. Share a dad joke with us before we go head to head.
It also helps to be a dad, which I'm
That's
not,
correct.
So.
You do get less funny, yeah?
Yep.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Now with Father's Day on the horizon, what better way to honor dads everywhere than by having our very own dads on the show battle it out to see who has the superior dad humor. They will take turns telling a dad joke, and with each punchline that they make their opponents laugh, they may choose a Father's Day gift item from the crazy store to add to their gift bag. And the dad who receives the most laughs wins, all right? Carl and Graham, are you ready? Graham, I'm going to say you're up first. I hope you came prepared. Carl, poker face, poker face.
All right, okay. Now, Carl, people are usually shocked to find out that I'm a bad electrician. Fake a laugh, at least. What am I telling you? Come on, man. Just fake a laugh.
I can't give it to you. I don't want to be biased. Okay,
man.
Carl, that was pretty good.
It was really good.
It was
really electrifying. But I just wanted to just ask you something, man.
Okay.
I was thinking, what do you call a short mother?
I don't know.
A mini mum.
It's not even that funny, man. Just stop it. It's good.
But okay, how do you laugh on the telling? I didn't even get to the punchline. You laughed when I asked you the question.
A mini mum for
which
a mini
means
me.
I get to choose. Yes, I get to choose. Woo.
You do. What are you
All
going
right,
to go for?
I would like to do is because I'm a Braai master at home and I want some of these. Oh, this is. See, This is the type of quality you need.
Do you need one or two?
I just need one.
Oh, my bad.
I just need one because I'm going to win the other one.
Oh, I love
wow.
the confidence. Well, Graham, you're up.
Gee whiz, I just got burnt on my other hand. Okay, I just had an officer at the door, okay, saying that he was looking for a man with one eye.
What?
I told him, rather use both. It'll probably be a lot easier and you'll find him a lot quicker.
That's a great dad joke.
Come on, that's funny.
Oh,
man.
come on.
It was funny.
Someone laughed. I laughed. Do I get to pick something? Not yet.
No,
oh,
sorry,
come
Carl,
on.
You're up. What do you,
All I want is to take his other glove.
I know you want to take my glove.
Can't have a whole
Thanos. I have a bit of a dilemma. So can I tell you about this? Sure.
Okay, please.
I actually didn't even realize that, like my brother, right? Like I didn't even realize that he's a bit of a thief, man.
Really?
Yeah, he's a thief when it comes to the roadworks department.
Oh, no, huh?
I didn't even realize that, but when I got home, like, all the signs were there.
Okay, so
Yes, I'm
you might
ready.
have noticed that I'm walking around with like a new air of confidence and gravitas.
I've noticed, yes.
I've taken a new job.
What's that?
I'm the head, okay, of Old MacDonald's farm.
Yeah.
I'm the CIEIO.
Okay, you almost tripped over the TV. Hold on, it's held you up.
Oh my
It's gonna be fun.
This is why I'm my dad's favorite child, because I literally laugh at all his jokes.
I'm laughing at you, though.
No,
But I think you should get a
you
gift.
got that,
No,
you
get
got
a
that,
gift.
you got that.
Get a gift.
How are you feeling, Graham?
I've been
Are
quite
you going to go
stoic.
mad with the tool? Are you a tool dad?
Oh, I could be.
Are you a DIY?
I could dream. I could believe.
Oh,
Look
my
at
word.
that.
That's for dads who applies themselves.
Or it's a hint that dad needs to get off his dad butt and start
Yes.
getting busy.
Yeah, we love a Bob the
Dad
Builder
is
father.
my name. Fixing stuff is my game.
Oh, what do you call headwear in a tin?
What?
Baked beanies. Yes!
Okay.
Thank you.
I think our winner
Thank
is
you.
very
No,
clear
you've
right
taken it
now,
hands
Mr.
down.
Carl.
Thank
Can
you.
we give him a round of
Well
applause?
done.
Come on.
Congratulations, Carl.
No,
That
to be
was
quite honest,
actually
there is
hilarious.
There is no
Thank
joking, Maddie. I'm thinking as a dad, like, the saddest reality is I actually really am lusting after these slippers, dude.
Put them in your bag.
I know I'm a dad. Win. Okay.
Thank you. Do I win the cup?
Yes, I
The
think
cup
you did
of
win
the
cup.
best dad jokes, you absolutely do. Carl, what a bag of tricks you have there. I love
go.
every single one
Thank
of
you.
those.
Thank you so much. I
So
appreciate
good.
it.
Graham, let's find out what's in your bag.
Yeah, no, to feel, look, being a dad, I got this in the bag, okay, I really
love
do. And just because we've got all of this stuff right in front of me and we're on live TV, I'm going to take some more and no one can stop me. So I'm thinking I'm going to take myself a little hip flask for when we're out and about on those cold, chilly nights when you're camping, that sort of vibe, absolutely beautiful.
Can I take these? Because these are the earpods as well. Because, you know, dads need these.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when your kid's telling you a story, man, and then you have these in, and you're like, and then in your ears, it's actually Linkin Park. As Graham pointed out, I only have one of these, which means, can I have one of those there? Because that comes in twos, which is great. Just, both of us can have that. These are, now, let me tell you something. If you really want to look like you know what you're doing in the backyard,
oh, yeah.
you need one of these home and leisure barbecue leather gloves. And then, you know what'll go well with this?
Tell me.
The scarf.
The colorway. He's a fashionable dad. I love that.
That's right.
Oh. Give us the blue seal.
That's a blue seal.
Do you know what? Just because he's just such a mensch, give him one of these because he is. He's the world's best dad. Go
To the
give
world's best dad, besides my very own. Here you go, Carl.
Thank you.
know, Graham, you get one
look at
too.
these.
Oh, thank you, so I don't feel that.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Dad.
Oh, that's sometimes
Absolutely love
all
it.
you need. It's just the right words. Wow.
And let me take two for my own very pops. I love him so much. As we get up to celebrate Father's Day this weekend, let's of course remember to have fun and know that it's not just about the gifts that we give, but it is also about the memories that we make with our dads. Now you can find the gifts of gratitude, joy, and laughter for your Father's Day at the Crazy Store. You have the chance to win this ultimate Father's Day gift bag. All you have to do is go ahead onto our competition post and tell us your best dad joke, like our great dads over here who are stealing the rest of their gifts. And remember to use that hashtag the Crazy Store. Now get to entering real quick because competition does close at midday on Friday the 14th of June. Now T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. And from us to you, happy Father's Day!
It's gonna be a
Father's
great
Day.
Whoever you are, whatever you need, you'll find great value for the whole family at the Crazy Store. So duck into a store near you and be surprised.
Oh, man. I mean, was there a clear winner, yes or no?
I don't know. I think I was being a bit mean. I didn't laugh or anything. I'm sorry. They were really good, though.
He's been a bit under the weather. But
Yes.
listen, I've seen you beat Nick Rabinovitz at a dad joke off, dude. And I think after that, I managed my expectations.
You were
coming
Wait,
into
I got
this
one
week.
more for you guys.
Jedi Knight, okay.
Is everyone all right? No, everyone's all left.
So Father's Day is around the corner, and we want you to send us your dad jokes. So we have a few of them. We actually got some voice notes, Carissa, so to give you a bit more material. You want to take a listen? Let's go for it.
Good morning, Expresso. Listen, my dad joke.
Okay.
Why did the Mexican push his wife over the cliff?
Why?
Tequila! To kill her. Thank you,
See, it's the
Expresso, for a
delivery.
wonderful show.
Oh.
Thank you.
Tough crowd, yet again.
You know how many
It's
people
all
are
right.
going to record that cricket sound on their phone and just
Yes.
be playing it the whole day? Let's hear
Let's
another.
hear another
More.
Why did the baker go to the bank?
Why?
Because he needed a dough.
Oh, because they needed the dough. Come on.
Perfect for a culinary hotline.
Yes,
I
good
like
one,
that.
good
Well
one.
done. Tastemaster SA inspired. Let's hear another.
More? Okay, so let's get a few of the comments that have come
Okay,
through as
all
well.
right, let's see.
Try and deadpan them the best way you can.
Okay, well, we got one from Zelda Hennessy, and it goes, what do you call an old snowman? A glass of water.
That's a bit dark, eh? See, now your true nature comes out.
I really do love dark humor.
More! I want more.
Okay, Graham, redeem yourself.
Yes,
Go.
Okay, Mark weighed in. Where does a Doberman go
Oh.
when he loses his tail?
Okay.
The retail store.
Oh, okay.
That was, yeah. That was fantastic. In fact, here's another one. Let's get another one in, please, quickly. Mark Evans saying, what did the lunchbox say to the refrigerator? Don't hate me because I'm a little cooler.
Oh, okay, I like that. I like that one.
It's dry.
notes.
It's dry. Well, we are inspired today
Yes,
by
we
our
are.
dads, and dads love to get into the kitchen, and they love to get outside and take the kitchen around an open fire. And there is one man who does that like no other. Jan Bry is here. Look at him.
Oh, look
He's
at that
like
man.
a dad joke personified. And he's brought some cool stuff as well.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff.
Okay.
Wow.
Excited to check that out. Young Bri, you've got a new fan in me. I've checked out all your stuff online, and I can't wait to see what you've got for us today. We'll see you after this.
Catch Top Travel on Saturdays 8:30 p.m. on S3 and breathe for it with Halls to stand a chance to win a trip to Amsterdam with 2 return economy tickets on KLM Royal Dutch Airlines plus 20,000 Rand spending money. Head over to Top Travel TV social pages, comment on one of the competition posts, and you could be the lucky winner of this adventure of a lifetime. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So, welcome back, first of all. Not to make you nervous, but Father's Day is coming up this weekend. Luckily, dads don't expect a huge amount, but they do love to get some amazing stuff if they can. And there is no better way to shower dad with love than with the ultimate braai tools and accessories to simplify the braai experience, enhance it. And Jan Braai has been doing that. That's his life's purpose, and he's going to take us through his gift guide for the braai masters out there. Buddy, how are you, first of all?
Very well. Nice to see you again. Always great to be on Expresso. Not that early this morning, fortunately.
Yeah, well, no, we've learned that's actually on your little rider.
I like left to right, so let's treat the viewers with respect and go for their left to right. So our army left to right. So if we start the gloves, obviously if you braai as often as you should be braaiing, then purely numbers game, you're going to burn your hands now and again. So wear proper leather gloves.
And we don't have asbestos hands as much as we think we do.
So there's a bit of moon blanket in there, and it's leather, so it really protects you. And replace it once a year for Father's Day, of course. Then you need a proper chef's knife. I designed this to be a combo of a sort of a Japanese-style chef's knife blade and a Western-style handle with a heel, so it's safe, yet it's nimble, easy to handle.
Why did you do that, incidentally?
I visited Japan and extensively and bought a whole arsenal of knives, and then I took the best bits of each and designed one that I really like. Comes with a honing rod to sharpen it. So basically, if you've got dad jokes like yours and it needs a bit of sharpening, you go, okay? And then some wipes, disposable, biodegradable wipes. So if you call, or if you need to wipe your mouth after the type of jokes Carl Wasty made off air, then you've got some wipes. Also, you can, yes, Carl. Then you can also clean your grit and your tongs in a pan with the wipes and just chuck it in the fire. Fireproof pan, that's obviously you want to sear stuff or make sauces. Meat thermometer. Now, this is probably the piece of equipment that's going to make or improve your game the most. So if your father or the special man in your life, which could also be yourself, maybe you are the special man in your life, then use the thermometer and you're going to start braaiing foolproof, because just stick it in and you know when the meat is ready.
It's sorted.
52 degrees for
and there's no shame. There's no shame.
I use it. My name, Jan Braai, sits on the thermometer. There's shame in not using it, because then you're actually just stupid.
Exactly.
Use a thermometer, you're going to braai better. Steak knives, wonderful gift. This is my grid. It's obviously square, as you can see, so it's perfect when you're braaiing for a family of 4 to 6. The reason why we made it square is that you can do cool top shots for your Instagram posts. Because what's the point of braaiing great food if you're not going to show off? Then proper grinder, manly grinder, full of spice. So if you need to spice up your dad jokes, and then lots of salt, because you've got to take everything being said here with a pinch of salt. Then chopping block, that's also a serving platter. Also, when you're putting your potjie on the table, the braai cube allows you to braai at different heights. So if you want to be close to the fire, flip it flat. If you want to, decrease the heat, then you go a bit up. So 3 height settings, super stable, much better than those triangles of ancient archaic people. Those tongs, dishwasher proof, the one says fire, so clearly for the coals and the fire, and the other one says meat.
Meat,
so
I
for
love
other
it.
meat.
So it's on our level, it's on my level.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, so dads and other men can get it, like myself. We don't like to overcomplicate life. Then there's the plat potjie, but that one doesn't have those 3 legs, which makes it complicated to sit in the back of your SUV.
Or you just wait for that clunk.
Yeah. Exactly. So the flat one sits flat there, and then also when there's a hurricane outside, like we had in Durban last week, or when it's raining like it does in Cape Town at the moment, works on the gas stove in your kitchen, or you pop it in the oven with oxtail or whatever.
And it's a manageable size, I get that.
And then there's, I think all of these things are clever and fine-tuned, but then there's the braai wok, or the braai pan with holes. So that's for braaiing anything that you want to braai, but that's too small, that would fall through the grit.
For the grit.
And you're too lazy to put it on skewers. So little blocks of meat, or mushrooms or stir-fry vegetables.
Suddenly your
prawns.
society becomes a bowl. I like that.
Yeah. Why struggle? I mean, you could be sitting back and watching TV or checking your own photos of your grid on Instagram.
Yeah, checking your likes as they come.
Exactly.
And that's generally
Make
where
it
stays.
easy. Go to Woolworths, support my Christmas fund, holiday fund, buy some Jan Braai equipment.
It's a very worthy cause. No,
Yes.
because you do pump a huge amount of your own resource into your own research and development. So it's massive, dude. One item that you would love the most around the braai?
Geez, all of these. I mean,
a package with all of this inside.
Yeah, I think it's difficult to choose between all of these items. Obviously, I've got a huge, fantastic opportunity with Woolworths working on this range. So anything I want in the range is part of the range.
So otherwise, it wouldn't be there.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be there. So for me, this is what you need to braai. You don't need more and you don't need less. This is, get all of this. So whatever in this range your father or the man in your life doesn't have, get it. And it's to everybody's benefit, because if that man braais better and makes nicer food,
we all win.
Everybody's winning. Yeah.
Completely. And I think you took that attitude for the whole nation. And he and Woolies are giving us that opportunity. 20% off. And it's a massive, massive difference. Didn't you know about it? Well,
No,
I
didn't.
It's not coming from you, don't worry.
And
that's
that's
Braai
tipping in
Tools.
20%. That's amazing.
And it will make a big difference, because we know around these holidays, like a Father's Day, we don't have the opportunity to break the bank, most of us. So a little bit of help goes a long way. So it's Braai Tools and accessories from Woolworths right now, building up to Father's Day. 2 Braai items, 20% off for the double. And you can shop this in Woolworths up until that's from tomorrow up until the 13th of June, in store, online, and on the amazing app. And of course, you can check this guy out on the socials.
Maybe I should just say that very clear, that we don't now get a lot of questions. All of these items, the Jan Braai range of Braai equipment, is exclusive to Woolworths. So it's not available anywhere else. So it's Woolworths online and in all the Woolworths homeware stores. That's where you find these things we just spoke about.
An absolutely worthy plug. Happy Father's Day.
Ooh.
A lekker braai for Father's Day sounds good to me, so take advantage of those incredible deals, but also get ready to discover the future of boating in the heart of this beautiful coastal beauty.
Ryle, of course, he's missing today, but he went out on a thrilling adventure at the picturesque Knysna Harbour, where he delved into Suzuki Marine's latest innovations and exceptional marine engines. I think we should take a look right now.
What is up, my fellow adventure seekers? Now, today we are embarking on an exciting journey with Suzuki. Now, I want you to follow me as we explore the boundless possibilities that lie ahead, because with Suzuki, the only question is, where to next? Knysna, a place where the land meets the sea and the spirit of exploration thrives. Now, Suzuki embodies that very spirit, and their commitment to innovation and sustainability is unparalleled. Tanya, how's it going?
I'm good. Hi,
Oh,
Ryle.
it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for having me. It's a beautiful day and I'm really excited, not only for what I'm aware of, being that Suzuki offers mobility on the roads in the form of cars and bikes, but this world of the water and the fact that you have outboard motors that are offering this incredible opportunity. I'm dying to know more about this world, and also, why should people get into boating?
Suzuki manufactures outboard engines, and our engines range from 2.5 horsepower to 350 horsepower. Boating is not just a sport. It's a lifestyle that can be enjoyed by everyone, from children to grandparents, the teenagers, a group of friends. Basically, the whole family can enjoy and participate in the fun experience. You can go water skiing, wakeboarding, diving or swimming. You can go fishing inland or offshore fishing, or you can just cruise around and have sundowners and maybe even have a braai.
It's clear that Suzuki are pushing the limits, and I love the fact that you're allowing people to have so many incredible experiences on the water and in nature. But what exactly is your commitment like to Mother Nature?
Well, Suzuki has been participating in the Clean Ocean project since 2010. So we have been doing beach cleanup campaigns all over the world where Suzuki distributors and their communities are participating to clean up the rubble from the beaches. And as many as 17,000 people worldwide have participated so far. And in the Clean Ocean policy, we also support organizations that do ocean conservation. For example, the Two Oceans Aquarium Foundation, we support them with the rescue and the rehabilitation of turtle hatchlings. We also support their school program to create awareness with young children. We also support the research of the great white shark populations in South Africa, and we support whale research in Madagascar. In terms of our product, Suzuki outboards all comply with the highest international emission standards. And in recent innovation, what is remarkable is that Suzuki has introduced a microplastic filter that runs inside the engines. While it's running on the water, it collects the microplastic from the ocean. So isn't that really amazing that while the outboard is running, we are cleaning the microplastics?
Well, on that note, I can't wait to have a little guilt-free experience on the water, shall we? How's it going? All right, I'm ready. Let's set sail. From the tranquil waters of Neisner to the vast ocean beyond, Suzuki is leading the way in sustainable boating technology. Now, it's not just about the journey, but it's about creating positive impact every step of the way. Andrew, I am definitely loving this experience. I am sold. How do I get into boating? Is it quite easy?
Absolutely. The easiest thing. So off the mark, you can get straight into a little boat, the 2.9, say, Suzuma, 3.5 meter little duck with a 15 horsepower and under. You don't need a skipper's license. You can experience a part of being out in the nature that you don't normally see from the outside. Yeah, and if you really want to step it up a bit, you do a couple of hours, you can go for a skipper's license, very obtainable, and it's for a lifetime. We do courses in Neisner. They start at 8 o'clock in the morning, they finish at 3, and you've got a skipper's for life.
With you mentioning all these options, why should we choose Suzuki as our outboard motor?
I can say this with confidence. We are the #1 selling outboard in South Africa. Fuel efficiency is amazing. We've got a lean burn technology. The quality of the product is amazing. It stands out, and it's very affordable. So, yeah, look at the commercial uses. Guys are using the outboards more frequently now because of the fuel efficiency, of course, to be able to put a little bit extra money away but not burning too much fuel.
What's memorable for me right now is this moment of transitioning from this tranquil bay all the way to the heads and then experiencing the vast, amazing power of Mother Nature and the ocean. To see how the tide literally changes from placid to full-on power. It's so overwhelming but beautiful at the same time. I think many people that are going to see this are definitely wanting to get more involved in boating. How can they do that?
We've got a huge network of Suzuki agents or dealers throughout South Africa. It's a matter of picking up the phone, phoning, asking the questions. The salesman or the dealers will be able to point you in the right direction immediately. And yeah, I mean, they'll just feel out what you need, like what is your requirement.
One thing that has resonated with me is the fact that Suzuki really are caring about the environment. There's not many brands out there in the marine world that are doing that. And when you are using their new motors and outboards, you literally are filtering the water from microplastics. And that for me is such a personal touch that means so much more than you can imagine. It's almost like a guilt-free experience on the water. So, where to next? Well, whether it's charting open seas or exploring new territories on land, Suzuki is your trusted companion for the adventure ahead. The possibilities are endless, so what are you waiting for? Where will the adventure take you next?
And we've officially broken a record. That is, without a doubt, the longest that Ryle has kept his clothes on that close to water in his entire career. It's a world record.
Well done, Ryle. Well done,
He's
Ryle.
done it again.
We absolutely love to see him. Even in his absence, we miss him, and it was so good to see him do what he does absolutely best. Speaking about best, we weren't that great at dad jokes, okay, except for Carl, but we know who is, and he joins us in the kitchen today. Jan Braai, I know, is standing by.
Okay, but listen, I've got to say this, okay? There is something about dad jokes for me. It's called the Nielsen rating. Okay.
The Nielsen rating.
Okay.
Ooh,
if it's going to be a proper dad joke, it's got to land with Peter. Okay. He's one of our most beloved cameramen.
That's really good.
An absolute gem there. Look at him trying to hide behind his camera as he does. Bud, you are the benchmark when it comes to dad jokes. Not all of them we can play on national television. Okay. So I don't know which side, of dark force, light force, but give us an example, please.
All right.
Put us to rest.
I had to think about this one. So why did the chicken cross the road?
Why did it?
Why,
To get to the dummy's house. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's
The
there?
chicken.
You know, I know this joke, okay? I've been the dummy before, okay? I had a slightly different edit on that, but you can see who has young kids. I love
You know
it.
what I like because there was simplicity, but it was also cranial as well.
Yes.
Like, you know, you're going to have to take a moment to explain the joke, and then it'll be like, because the chicken was at my house and you're calling me a dummy.
Me, I'm dummy.
Yeah, I got you.
Well done, Pete.
And
That
then, like,
was great.
5 times a day, my kid's like, Dad, it's the chicken, it's the chicken. Can we get one more, Peter?
Yes. Does he have more?
All right. 2 cannibals are sitting there eating a clown. The one looks at the other, goes, doesn't this taste funny to you?
That's good.
That was a nice one.
I like that one.
I needed Peter in my ear earlier while we were doing that, man.
You did.
Oh,
Peter,
I
I didn't know you were funny. That was great.
I can feel your daughter rolling her eyes at you right now. And that's what you get. You know, you've hit the perfect medium with the dad joke when you get the eye roll.
eye roll.
The eye roll.
You've done it right.
Ooh, dare we give this guy a mic? Shall we do it? Shall we do it?
At our peril. Let's do it. Lucian.
Okay, what do you call a deer with no eyes?
I know the answer, but I'm going to let you
Say
drop.
what?
No idea. What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs?
Oh, and that I don't know.
Still, I have no idea.
I love Lucian. That was great, Lucian. 10 out of 10. Holding up a ball.
But you know, when someone laughs before they tell the joke,
Yes. It makes
that's
it
something. It's a
funnier.
trick, man. It's like it's a dirty, dirty trick, man.
No idea. I love that. Well,
Sure. Okay.
everyone
We
is,
need to take a little break now to think about the jokes. You do the same, please. Send it to us if you've got any good ones. We'll be right back.
Be your own handy hero at home this June and stand a chance of winning 10,000 Rand every week with Plascon and the Expresso Morning Show. Answer the weekly competition question on our social media platforms using hashtag PlasconSA to enter the draw. You can only win if you follow Plascon SA on Facebook and Instagram. Weekly entries close midday Fridays. That's 4 chances to win big with Plascon. T's and C's to be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to a very culinary day, inside or outside. We don't care where you cook, and we are thrilled to have the master of all things braai in the kitchen with us, Jan Braai, of course, here to show us how to make a very flavorful, I'm guessing, trinchada. I love this, buddy. So, yes. For the uninitiated, what is a trinchada?
South African potjie, Portuguese inspired. So you make it with beef. I like to use rump steak. So you start off by seasoning the steak with some salt and pepper.
Why the rump has this cut for this?
It's easy on your credit card for the flavor that you're getting. I think fillet would be a waste. And it's easy to braai. So now that it's seasoned, while we're speaking, let's just sort of sear it there. Obviously that pan was preheated.
And you want it hot, eh? It must sear, you must caramelize.
We're not trying to braai that thing because we're still going to slice it up and add it into the potjie. So you want to add some actual braai flavor. When you're doing it at home, obviously that would now be on your grid over very hot coals. Just want to sear the steak. It can still be raw on the inside because it's still going to go into the potjie.
Okay.
In the potjie, you've got some butter.
More butter, more better.
Some olive oil, we can see it melts quickly, and then we're just sort of cleaning up there for the behind-the-scenes crew, that it's easy for them. And then we're going to add a chopped onion into that. Maybe, how long do we have to go? Can they tell you in your ear?
Yeah, probably about 4 minutes.
4 minutes, okay. So then that's some garlic. Then we just want to
You've been given an extra one. You see,
Awesome,
you are the braai
awesome.
master. You just
See.
manifested an extra minute.
Now, I'm going to sort of crush it a little bit, yeah?
Just to release those flavors. Because I'm thinking here, while you're doing this, this makes a great kind of opportunity with Braai Day to do something slightly different. We always kind of, as a braaier, kind of go back to our stock favorites.
And that's unnecessary.
But yeah, like maybe sometimes you want to do something that's a little bit more bougie, a bit more out there. You've got people coming over. For you, what is the essence of Braai Day?
The essence of National Braai Day is uniting 50 million South Africans around fires on the 24th of September every year. So that's coming up in 3 months from now. It's obviously the 20th National Braai Day.
Wow.
And I think Father's Day this year should just be used by everybody to sort of train. It's a trial run.
Yeah,
it's a warm-up day.
training day. Yeah.
So now that that's flipped there, so Braai Day is really uniting a nation. We can't win the Rugby World Cup every year. We can have National Braai Day every year. So it's in that way the same.
Well, we could. If they had the Rugby World Cup every year, we could.
That could. Yeah. But then all the other nations would get jealous and they won't make us win anyway.
Kick
so
us
that's
out of
some
Super
chili
Rugby
powder in there. That's soy sauce.
Nice and strong and umami.
Exactly. Umami. Now we're just flipping the steak. It's obviously not cooked all the way through, but as I said, it's not necessary.
A great sear.
That's olives. You can use green or what's the other color? Black olives.
Black, yeah.
Like that. This is red wine.
Okay.
A crucial ingredient for trinchado. This is brandy. Again, crucial ingredient.
For Braai Day, for trinchada.
And this is beef stock. So easier than cooking off, you know, beef bones for hours. We're just using beef stock and we're using.
And if you've got the leftover because you braaied yesterday and got the beef bones, go crazy, man.
Yes,
do that.
absolutely.
Feel
Chuck
free.
it in there.
Just because you are kind of the embodiment of a dad joke, okay? You just have that cool, calm vibe about you. We thought we'd play you a dad joke from one of our viewers here today. Let's listen to this one.
What do you get if you put a bunny in a tumble dryer? Spinhasi.
Oh, I didn't.
Can you hear it?
I didn't hear that. I'm going to crank up the volume.
Yeah. I'll tell a very short dad joke. So the whole studio has to pay attention because I need some laugh, or if you can play an artificial laugh when I tell it. So it's a super short dad joke. So ask me, what's the shortest dad joke?
What is the shortest dad joke you know?
Graham Richards.
Ask me.
Come on.
Ask me that same question. Ask me the same question.
What's the shortest dad joke you know?
Carl Wasty. I think I'm the winner. I think
you've got it.
I'm qualified. I feel like a Jedi who's just leveled up.
That's great. That's great.
Oh,
now
that's
some
funny.
cream into the trinchado sauce like that. Some bay leaves. We're going to keep half of them to garnish at the end. And then lastly, we need some lemon zest in there with the microplane. No, that's always important when you're using a microplane, not to cut yourself. That's the most more important than getting the zest in there. And you only want the yellow or the green part of zest. You don't want the white stuff, because the oil and the flavor sits in there.
Oh, it's such a
like
pity.
that. Now we don't have actually a chef's knife, which we needed now to. So now, usually, if you're gonna
have a little
eat,
look
let's see if we can find a
somewhere around.
So we grab the styling one over here.
Okay, you have your choice.
There we go. Let's use that one.
Go.
And now you just want to slice it up. See, it's still raw on the inside. I'm assuming there's a close-up shot on TV now. And that's how you want it. So it's got the braai flavor on the outside.
Lovely.
And then these pieces will go in to the sauce over there.
Pop this guy.
And that's how you finish it.
I absolutely love it. And then how long? Because obviously you don't want it to come to get overcooked when it's in the sauce.
No.
So presumably this is just a gentle final
This is just
stage.
finishing it off, yeah. So by the time the steak goes in there, everybody can fill their glasses of wine or juice or whatever, wash their hands and sit at
and
the
get
table.
ready. And then you've got the smells kind of priming your palate for it. I love this because it's quite a big flavour development going on here with not a huge amount of time. It's just kind of relying on the best of the braai.
Yeah, great ingredients, great technique, great equipment. And by now, obviously, the sauce, the chinchado sauce is boiling hot. So now you can take that off the fire, you can put it on the table. By the time people are dishing, then that steak will be cooked all the way through to medium rare. Yeah.
Absolutely
super
amazing.
easy. And then there's one that was obviously made earlier by your great behind-the-scenes crew, and that's what it should look like, plated with a few extra bay leaves on top.
What would you eat with it? A nice side to it?
Rooster cook.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Yeah. Can serve it with boiled potatoes, can serve it with chips, but I prefer rooster cook straight off the fire. Make some bread dough, fry it on a grid over hot coals, and dip it in there in the sauce.
Get your hands, your face, your mouth, everything dirty. Absolutely love it. You can find this gorgeous recipe at expressoshow.com. Those details for National Braai Day once again.
24 September, let's unite 50 million, 60 million South Africans around fires. We've got 3 months to go to the 20th National Braai Day.
Start practicing on Father's Day, I think.
Beautiful recipe, but of course, coming up, maybe better than a trinchada, are these two gentlemen over here. Q will perform for you in the next couple of minutes, so make sure you stay right there at your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Oh, yeah.
Bake more memories with Royal Baking Powder, and you could win your own KitchenAid stand mixer. Be a part of the Tastemaster competition action by watching the show and baking a creative interpretation of the week's theme using Royal Baking Powder. Then upload it to socials by replying to the competition post, including hashtag the Tastemaster SA and hashtag Bake More Memories. Don't miss the Tastemaster SA every Tuesday evening at 7, repeat Wednesday at 1, and Sundays at 4 p.m. on SABC2.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So we're with you just for a few moments, so I thought we'd leave you on a good footing. Play for 48 million rand in total estimated Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 jackpots today. It really could be yours, so what are you waiting for? If you play Lotto, there is an estimated 31 million up for grabs. Lotto plus 1 estimated at 9 million in jackpots, and Lotto plus 2 estimated at 8 million rand today.
Oh, that is crazy. That's a lot of money. I can't even fathom. Well, you can go ahead and book your tickets today in store, or you can go ahead to nationallottery.co.za or on the mobile app, or even on cell phone banking. Simply dial *120 *7529# for all USSD.
If you want those details all over again, we put it on social media because has it really happened if it hasn't been on social media? No. Anyway, so make sure to get yourself in the running to win your share of 48 million rand in total estimated Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 jackpots today. And play right now and get in the queue to win.
Well, speaking about play, we've got Q standing by to give us a song all around self-sabotage. It's off his latest album called Reprise on 2nd Avenue. Take it away, Q. The stage is yours.
Q.
We're gonna take it easy for the rest of the morning. This is Q, Soletu. Good morning. Sitting do sitting dibby doo. Sitting do sitting dibby doo. Sitting do zibby dibby. We break the rules when we busy, don't we? Set the mood and we get jiggy, don't we? Get the booze so we get dizzy, don't we? You get to see what you assume it to be. We don't apologize, tell the truth through we see. And formalize all we could and should be. We economize so that we can be free. We try to start to die with the self-destruction when we start to fly. Self-sabotage what we want to be. We try to start to die with the self-destruction when we try to fly. Self-sabotage what we want to be. Zip and do, zip and diddy didn't. Zip and do, zip and didn't do me. Zip and do, zip and didn't do me. Oh, me. I'm from the East Cape, a small place, you know. Unemployed, a professional. A criminal mind is so sensible. To get by. And I'm not apologizing either. I'm exactly what you want me to be. A criminal mind is so sensible. Ready to die. Try to start to die with the self-destruction when we start to fly. Self-sabotage what we want to be. We try to start to die with the self-destruction when we try to fly.
heaven. Absolutely beautiful. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Take a little bow. Boys, what an incredible experience today. Beautiful stuff. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Mind-blowing. Hey?
Pretty sexy music. Like, I'm just imagining being in a jazz lounge somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Smoky room.
Smoky.
Hey?
You're with like a chaka-laka layered cake.
Would love a slice of
With a
that.
chocolate pizza on the way. Lariri, I know you spend a lot of time on TV these days, but your live TV experience, have you had fun?
I had so much fun. Thank you so much.
Please
Do it
come back.
again. Yeah.
Yes. Part of the family now. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
We look forward to that YouTube channel as well. And of course, we're going to be supporting you as you go forth and conquer in Mr. Gay National.
We absolutely love you guys at home. Have an amazing day. We'll see you tomorrow. Adios. Mwah.
Another feel-good production.
Enjoy a thicker and creamier full cream yogurt with real fruit pieces. A fruitful day awaits with Clover Fruits of the Forest.